What's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome to Reflections of a DJ, the R.O.A.D podcast. This is the special Miami edition. We are in Miami. We are MIA right now. I am one of your hosts, DJ Crooked. I got my man DJ Never.
Yo, what up?
I got DJ D Miles.
Miami was good.
I got Jamie the Great. And I got a big OG here in Miami. I got 25 plus years on the radio here in Miami. Born and raised here. We got the magnificent, the special motherfucking DJ Laz here.
Hey!
It was good, man.
We had to check in.
Wow.
We had to check in.
Yo, what an intro.
I know, what's up, man? I put the little magnificent in there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. That's good.
Thought I was special ed for a minute. I'm magnificent.
What's good, man?
Man, everything is great. Blessed. No, nothing bad. And you guys came and brought some good weather. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Because normally it's hot as fuck.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah,
man.
I was shocked when I walk. Usually when I walk out the airport,
Sweat.
it hits me like a sauna, you know.
Sure.
Sweat.
And I was still in a hoodie. I was like, oh shit,
Me
this
too.
is nice.
I ain't gotta take this off and I ain't drenched.
man.
This ain't a bad time.
I didn't know what to expect. This is like my first time in Miami in November. Likewise.
Yeah, but this is like the best time usually. Like, isn't it? Miami's usually busier in like October, November, December, January, February.
Of course, it's like anywhere where it gets really cold up north.
Yeah.
And here, normally we're in the 90s.
Yeah.
So people are like, yo, fuck the north, I'm going south.
Yeah.
So,
And then the summertime, it's kind of like rough.
summertime
Yeah,
people
summers.
run because you just melt.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm a Miami boy, so I'm used to that shit. I'd rather sweat than be super cold. That's just me.
So have you been to Vegas?
I have. It's too dry for me, man.
That's what all these Miami. I'd rather have the dry heat than the humidity.
You see, I get to Vegas and I get a goddamn nosebleed. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? It's crazy.
Yeah. So someone broke down the humidity out here. Is that when you guys sweat, there's still kind of like a humid breeze though, and it kind of cools you off because you're kind of
that's the liquor coming out of your pores. Okay, I don't know who you talked to that gave you that explanation.
Some logo.
That shit is pure tequila or Voli 305. One of the two's happening.
So
sure.
Born and raised here in Miami, right?
Yes,
sir. Shit. You started on the radio in the 1990?
86.
86.
Oh, shit.
86 at Hot 105.
You've got a history out here.
Yes, sir, I do. Thank
He was
God.
what, 15 at the time?
14 going on 15, yep.
Yeah.
Shit, man. I mean, can you explain what? Because me and Never we grew up in the 90s.
Okay.
Never kind of grew up in the 80s.
Yeah.
But the 90s for me in New York. We're both from New York, and then Jamie and D are from LA.
Right.
I want to know what was popping. I want to know what was going on here because the only thing I knew about, right? The first thing we knew about would have to be like Luke and Two Live Crew for me.
Yeah.
So
You
you
know
asked
what I'm saying?
you asked what was popping, right?
I want to know what was popping.
Pussy. Yo, straight up.
All up and down the beach.
Straight up.
What was on the radio though in 80?
I feel like New York and Miami had the same type of music in the 80s, like Run DMC.
Yeah, no,
was
it's fun.
popping, Houdini, Fat Boys,
For sure.
freestyle.
Curtis Blow.
100%. The
Yeah.
freestyle was
Freestyle,
big.
yeah.
Like crazy. Forget was big. Freestyle is still big out here for certain groups.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a fucking freestyle concert out here every 3 months.
Debbie Deb's always out here, probably.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Debbie Deb is out here.
For sure.
So that was what was popping on the radio.
People loved all that. The 2 Live, the fucking Debbie Deb, the TKAs, the Cynthias and Johnny O's.
Yeah,
it was all, and it was the skating rings were popping. I mean, shit. Dude, shout out to my boy DJ Irie. Irie used to be the DJ at the skating ring.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Irie used to be the resident DJ at the skating ring, and I used to come in and do like the DJ Laz from the radio guy was here type deal, and we'd fucking kick it. And to this day, just one of the best guys on the planet.
Yeah. I mean, he's kind of like the proclaimed mayor of Miami.
Oh,
so,
yeah. No, he's a black white man. Love you, Irie.
So, like, what was like one of the first few local Miami hip hop records that were popping out here?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Because I'm clueless, and I want to like know what was going on.
I want to know a lot about the bass.
No problem. Well, you came to the right motherfucking place for that. Dude, it was just something about that 808 drum that fucking pounded your chest that people fell in love with. Mm-hmm. Now, I remember Shit, I remember the first record I made, which was Mami and Negro, that came out in 91.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember doing that mix. I had an instrumental by Clay D. It was called Boot the Booty. And I would take the merengue song and I'd mix it in. And I said, oh, fuck, that sounds good. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to fuck around, play that shit on the radio tonight.
So you were blending the merengue.
Oh,
and the
1 billion%. I did that shit way back in the day.
Yeah.
There we go. Got a little something, a little taste for you, just so you know. All done on an SP1200, by the way.
Oh, wow.
By the way, this record was kind of popping in New York as well.
That shit was definitely popping in LA. Yeah.
You want to hear something funny? I went to, I remember which day, I want to say it might have been Hot 97. I don't remember the fucking station. But I went to New York to try to get this record played. Well, first of all, I shopped this record to everybody and their mama, and everybody turned me down. Everybody said, Laz, man, it's good, but I don't know, and I'm going to pass.
Wait, what was it saying? Was it like too Latin? Or was it?
This goes to my point when I went to New York. Homie tells me, and it's been so long, I don't remember the fucking guy's name. He was a PD at some station.
Yeah.
And he says, it's too Latin. I go, motherfucker, have you looked out your window? I'm just curious. And he was like, no, but no, nobody would fucking touch the record. And I came back, and I'm like, yo, this shit is popping because I see the reaction. And as DJs, we know when something's hot because you can tell by the reaction that you're getting from the people you're playing.
So when you initially thought this idea, you're like, yo, I'm gonna make this record. You went to the studio out here.
Yeah,
on the SP1200, you made the joint.
SP1200, I got together with a guy named Danny D and DJ Wiz. Danny D came. Danny D, I've played a lot of people's first records ever, like on the air. Danny D had a song called Boom, I Got Your Girlfriend.
Yeah.
He brought it to me on a fucking cassette. Okay? Waits for me outside the radio station. He's from Palm Beach. Waits for me outside the radio station, plays this thing, and I go, oh, shit. I like this. And just the whole, boom, I got your girlfriend. I got your girl. Yeah. I'm like, yo, this is going to get people going crazy. Went upstairs, disconnected a fucking cassette player from the production room, brought it to the studio with 2 RCAs, and I played it on the air and got instant motherfucking reaction.
Wow.
You know I love you.
And it was off a cassette.
What year was this? Woo! It sounds like maybe like 80s, like late 80s.
No, it was in the 90s already. Yeah, it was in the 90s. It wasn't 80s, but
This is 92.
see, and this was the answer back from MC Luscious.
Yeah.
So there was a guy named Dave Williams, I think, owned a record label called Heatwave, and once he heard "Boom, I Got Your Girlfriend," Boom, I Got Your Girlfriend, he said, yo, we need the answer back from the girls to the guys, like to the bitches, be like, oh, boom, I got your boyfriend.
Yeah.
And it became this big thing. And it's crazy. Shout out to my boy Danny D, by the way. He's a paramedic now. He lives on the west coast of Florida. Loves life. God bless him. And he's still a dope-ass producer. Dope-ass producer.
So then you guys got it pressed out here, or what happened? Did you get it locally pressed?
Yeah, so we ended up.
I want to know how many pressings you did.
Oh, remember I played the record, got instant reaction, and then we went to a place called Miami Tape. And
wait, so how'd you play it though?
I played it off a cassette.
Oh, okay.
I played that shit off a cassette. Yeah. And as soon as the reaction started coming in, Danny was like, oh shit. And then he signed to he ended up signing to that guy, Dave Williams, if I'm correct, his name is, from Heatwave Records. And the record just took off.
Is it the Boys from the Bottom?
Boys from the Bottom.
Okay, cool. That one wasn't coming up earlier.
So then you played the record, and then you got it pressed out. How many did you get? Like,
I want to say, well, the initial thing before they signed to Heatwave, I think we pressed like 200 copies, 300 copies, just to get it to the DJs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Boom, 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 hand it to everybody. That was back when you'd walk into the club and be like, yo, I got this fucking vinyl or an acetate.
So you did the rounds. You went to the clubs?
For sure.
And you gave him all the records.
Gave him to all the DJs.
And then all the local DJs was like, yo, this is popping.
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
And then you were like, yo, I got to get this on New York and LA radio and shit.
Listen, at that point, it was up to the label because I was just doing Miami shit at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was just like, hey, we got the Boom I Got Your Girlfriend record. Mommy and Negro took off, and Danny was on the road with me because initially Danny was the rapper on Mommy and Negro. Then I did a remix, and I did it. But me and Danny were in San Francisco, and I remember playing a club, and we came up with the next single that night, and the song was called "Hump All Night," and it's on my first DJ Laz album, self-titled. Which, by the way, I look back at that album cover now, I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Yo, so you had free range to play whatever you wanted on the radio at the time? Because it was
a lot.
Exist anymore.
Listen, no, it was a lot easier back then than now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's very corporate and all that shit. But yeah, back then, I mean, they trusted what I was bringing to the table and said, yo, let's just let Laz go. Dude, I had a mix out here that I would drive from Hollywood, where I lived, to Coral Gables, where the radio station was, to do a set called 5 Minutes with DJ Laz.
Damn.
It got quiet as fuck in here.
I know, yeah.
5 Minutes with DJ Laz became the most popular feature every night at 8 o'clock. 5 Minutes with DJ Laz. And it was one of those things I would just booty record. Ah, dude, I would, in 5 minutes, I'd probably drop 40 songs.
Wow.
Shit.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Insane.
What was the mixing style out here in Miami?
For the booty stuff, you know what? I'm going to pat myself on the back. I created the whole fucking just slamming the records in type deal.
Quick mix.
I would play a record. If it was a hook and a verse, it was a lot. You know what I'm saying? But people loved that style because it was a different song. Boom, 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 hitting you over the head. And I love it because I hear other people do it, and I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, shit. Where did that come from? Do you think just the crowd wanting to hear just the good parts of like the chorus of the
that and me as a DJ? I hate to let records play that long. Then once you get heavy in radio, they say, no, you gotta let the program directors, you gotta let the record play because the girls want to sing along to the songs and that kind of shit. I'm like, listen, the girls here for what we're doing right now, the girls want to shake their ass.
Yeah.
They ain't trying to sing anything else except for shake that ass, bitch, and let me see what you got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they wanted. By the way, rest in peace, Kid Money.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
I love the white executive voice he just put on, by the way.
Yes, Laz, listen, I need to talk to you for a second.
Got all really funny.
This whole, but you call it booty music, right? Yeah. It's not testing.
Well, go to the club, motherfucker. You'll see a test.
Did you get a lot of heat for that?
Buddy, let me tell you something. I got so much heat for playing shit that corporate America didn't want to play. I got so much heat for playing
Pitbull, really?
Dude, first of all, I'm like Pitt's unofficial uncle. Okay, I started.
You put like Pitbull, you like made him popular, or you started playing his music.
Definitely,
one of the first DJs to do so.
100%. And I remember Uncle Luke introduced me to Pitt. You know what I'm saying? So Luke hits me up. He's like, Les, I need you to meet this little light-skinned Chico, light eyes, Cuban kid. And I say, oh, bring him to the studio. And all of a sudden, Pitt walks through the door.
What year was this?
Whew.
It's how to be like 2002, 2001, maybe?
Yeah. 2001?
Yeah, maybe 99, 2000, something like that. And I remember him. I'm awful with fucking timelines, huh? Jesus. And I remember him bringing him into the studio. Laz, I want you to meet Pitt. We start talking. And there was something about Chico, which he has to this day. It's that it factor, which a lot of people do not possess. Certain people possess that it factor that when you walk in the room, you command attention. That was Chico. He's not the polished Chico you see today, but under all them suits, that motherfucker's still Chico. Yeah. You got what I'm saying? But he brought him in. He plays this song for me. I think a record was called Lollipop. He had a record with Luke called Lollipop back in the day. And we start shooting the shit. And I'm telling him, I'm like, hey, Chico, yo, here's my number. Hey, do you mind if I send you stuff? And I'm like, bro, send me whatever the fuck you want, and I'll let you know. I'll let you know when that motherfucking record is the record. And he's like, all right, cool, boom. So he starts sending me music. And probably sent me, I'm going to guesstimate, 10, 12 songs. And every time he would send me one, he was expecting me to be like, this is it. I'd be like, not yet. He's like, are you fucking serious? He was dead ass. He was like, yo, for real? I'm like, trust me, Chico, I'll tell you. And then some time went by, sends me some more, and then he sends me a song called Oye. Okay? Which was on the Fast and the Furious soundtrack.
Oh, yeah, look.
No, that was called Toma.
Okay.
That was later on.
Yeah.
This was, oh yeah, my man. And the fucking at night say, oh yeah, my man. Like that.
Yeah.
And as soon as I heard the oh yeah, I go, oof. I called him and I go, Chico, I think we might have one. He's like, are you fucking serious? And I'm like, yeah. So that afternoon, I played that song because I was doing afternoons at the time, which, by the way, best time to be on the fucking radio, just so you know, because you can fuck around, hang out all night, sleep during the day, and then go to work in the middle of the day. Fucking best. Your life changes when you do morning radio. But I remember playing the song, and dude, fucking phone lines lit up. And I called Chico. I'm like, yo, people are loving. He said, oh, my phone hasn't stopped. My phone hasn't stopped. I go, I'm telling you, trust me. I got a bad leg. I got a good ear. And that was the beginning. And off of that song, regionally, he started doing, I remember we just talked about this the other day. He got his first show, $1,500. And it was off because the record was being played in the mixes on the radio. And
Was the show in Miami?
yeah, a Miami local show. People were calling me, yeah, who's this kid? Who's this kid? Who's this kid? And I'm like, oh shit, okay. What are we playing?
Is this it? That's what it says, Pitbull all year.
What streaming service do you have? There you go.
You just had to drag it a little
There
bit.
you go.
Was this before his? What was his first single? It was like, damn it, man. Was it like really
This
hip
is
hop?
before.
Right? This is before.
This is
that.
before. This is the first.
I'm gonna say Tome was like
No. He
Not
had,
at all.
He had a hip hop single. He sounded like a
Damn it,
legit,
man. Well, no,
Damn
listen.
it, man. Right?
I'm gonna
you're
tell
right, yeah, you're right, yeah.
And then
Damn
we
it,
were,
man.
and I was like, it wasn't until I didn't even know who it was, and I was like, Pitbull. I thought it was like a black dude. It could have been anybody, and it wasn't until he started embracing like a little bit of a Latin sound where he started to pop a little
Well,
bit.
see,
you know?
here in Miami, he was popping with that. That's the original Pitbull from back in the day. He's got a record called 305 Anthem.
Yeah.
That fucked people up. But this is what I loved about, and still love to this day about Pitt. His fucking work ethic is insane. I remember, and I'll give you the list of songs that we did. Remember when Welcome to Atlanta came out?
Yes.
Motherfucker hit me up and he's like, yo, you got an instrumental of this? And I'm like, shit, let me look. I'm looking through the vinyl and I'm like, fuck, I do. He said, yo, let me get that. Yo, the next day, that motherfucker brought me a song called Welcome to Miami, which is the next day, which is the song that pretty much solidified him in the motherfucking, in the street. People are like, yo, who the fuck is this guy? You know what I'm saying? Because he was saying some shit on there that just blew everybody away. Then he created his own lane. Once he figured out, yo, I got the formula, fuck this. He asked me, remember shake.
Yeah.
Din da da dum da. George Krantz. He asked me, hey, do you have this song called Dindada? I go, yeah, I got it for sure. I got it vinyl in the. Hey, let me get that. Boom, give him that one. Culo.
Yeah.
Okay, Culo came from the rhythm that Mr. Vegas had
Coolie,
called
yeah,
Pull
yeah.
Up, Pull Up, and Chico was listening to the radio.
Coolie dance rhythm, right? It's the Coolie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the Coolie dance rhythm that Mr. Vegas had a big record on. Everybody was using
And
the
then
rhythm.
Nina Sky, ultimately.
100%, everybody.
Sean Paul, yeah.
Everybody. But he heard me say Culo on the air. And he hits me up and he goes, yo, do you have that instrumental? And I go, yeah. He said, let me get that real quick.
Let's go.
He's in the studio, which, by the way, Danny D, that I, Boom, I Got Your Girlfriend, and the one that I did Mommy and Negro with,
Yep.
introduced Pitt to Little John on South Beach one night. walking down the street.
I was gonna ask when did the Little John intro come through?
That's how it happened. Danny D was chilling with John, runs in the pit and says, "Yo, my nigga, hey, I want you to meet such and such, ta 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 ta, boom boom." And hey, nice to meet you, Chico. Then they're in the studio, and Chico was recording this song. He was recording Culo. John was in the other studio doing another song. Walks by the studio and hears this.
Oh,
and says,
"So this is how they linked up."
That's how it happened.
Oh wow!
You know what's funny? I saw Pitbull on Lil Jon's MTV Cribs, like on the side of a fucking booth. He's like, "Oh, he's up next. He's up next." My boy from Miami, whatever, Pitbull.
Yeah. And he walked by the studio, heard the song. He was like, "Yo, I got to get on that. I got to get on. I don't know what the fuck you saying, but I love it."
Yeah.
And he said, "What's Culo?" He said, "Ass." "Oh, I definitely got to get on that." And
But the first version that came out was without Lil Jon, right? It was just Pitbull by himself.
I want to say that not even I don't think the song ever came out without John. I think he had sent me. No, I don't. You know what? Fuck. I don't think so. I think that John was on it from rip because he was in the studio recording it that night, and John jumped on it.
Yeah, I think because I have the vinyl version on my computer.
I thought it was like.
By the way, you could be fucking right. You could.
I thought Pitbull had put it out on a mixtape first, and then Lil Jon came in and did the remix and added it on, and that's when the
might be
vinyl
right.
came
By the
out.
way, I
might
think
be
you might.
right.
I think you might be right on that.
Yeah.
I think it's been a long fucking time, dog. But yeah, so you got Culo, then you got
Oh yeah.
Oye was the first one.
Okay.
Right off rip.
So when was "Damn It Man"? Because
Damn It-
that was the first single I ever received from Pitbull on
it was
vinyl.
IVT records.
Yeah.
EVT.
Yeah, it was TVT records.
EBT's
there we
a
go,
card.
yeah.
You said EBT's the card.
But it was like down south
the
shit.
first one you heard?
This is the first single.
No
it was.
shit.
I heard this one after Culo.
I heard this first too because I was an intern at the radio station at the time.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And you know the crazy part is Pitt growing up was always such a fan of the Miami booty shaking scene.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he would hear all these songs and Luke, which fucking Luke helped him out tremendously. But the Miami booty shaking scene was serious down here. And then I know I got a couple of New York motherfuckers in the podcast right now, but I'm gonna say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
New York boys used to come down here and be like, "Yo, man, fuck this booty shit. Fuck this and fuck that and play some hip hop, son. Yo, son, play some hip hop."
I used to say that. Shit.
Yeah, man.
Not until this happened.
Why he had to put the non-mean in there?
He wasn't saying I mean back in those days, man. Come on.
Yo, then all that shit was happening until two girls would start shaking their ass to a booty shaking set.
You're right.
All the shit talking stopped. All the shit talking stopped. They were like, "Yo, I love this Miami booty shit. This shit, look at it, bam, that shit, you pop that doodle brown."
Yo, he absolutely right, man.
Yeah.
He's right.
I lived it. I lived it. I saw it. And then I'd be like, "Hey, what's up, New York, son?" He's like, "No, I like this Miami shit, dog. I like this Miami shit."
I didn't start fucking with it until I started seeing the videos.
I was about to say that, man.
When I
Because
started seeing it.
Fletch was playing it on the radio, and I'm thinking to myself, why is Fletch playing this Miami bullshit, man? Until I started seeing the videos, and I'm like, okay, now I
get it now.
I was like, I want to go to a Luke party.
Oh,
Yo, no lie,
Luke.
the LA house party scene, like Luke was popping.
oh God, yes.
Like popping in LA. I was young, I had an older sister, so I would follow her around. I must have been like
Did you watch your older sister booty shake?
No, whoa.
Dude,
Let's get in control of here.
I told you this is gonna be a lot of fun podcast. motherfucker. Don't invite Laz to a party. You look at it and bring some booty shaking.
That's the first thing he said. We should have some naked girls in the
We
pool.
should. Hey, you want to boost the amount of views and shit?
It's never too late, man.
Right? Well, don't. My phone's over there, dog. I'm just saying.
Send a
Just
text.
one thing about Miami is people know how to have a good time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They know how to have a good time. And if you lived through that, and by the way, can I borrow your phone for 1 second, please?
Yeah.
Let me just show you something. This is what's killed people having a good time. I'm getting the cable and everything. Shit.
You're in the aux.
This is what's killed people having a good time.
selfie.
okay.
Looking at them instead of actually enjoying the fucking moment. I am so happy that this shit did not exist
In the 90s.
in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't have had the time of our lives. No fucking way.
Two Live Crew would not had
No
all
way.
the great fucking covers.
Bro, no way. Bro, to experience what was happening at the club, I had a club called Zippers. Okay? I had a club called Zippers.
You owned the club?
Yeah. I've done it all.
What year is this?
Woo! Shit. Late 99, early 2000s.
That's a great time to have a club.
Yeah, it was.
What was the location at?
Where Scarlett's is today. Scarlett's is a strip club very close to where we're doing this podcast. I'm just saying for the after party. But
Yeah, he reminds me of my uncle.
but I'm just saying. And it was a club that was owned by 3 guys. They invested their money in it. They couldn't get a person in it. They were open for 6 weeks. I had another club that was called Uptown before I went and did Zippers. So I had a partner in Uptown. All of a sudden, I'm out of town doing a fucking DJ gig somewhere. When I come back, club's burnt down.
Wow. Shit. Man.
Club's burnt down. My fucking record crates, all my record collection, because it was my shit.
Yeah.
Motherfucking partner torched the fucking club because he was having issues with his wife.
Yeah.
I get back and I start getting phone calls from the cops. I had to go in for an interview. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And so, they were like, okay, well, clearly you didn't have anything to do with it. Good. But now I had no club.
Yeah.
Somebody tells me about these guys at Zippers that they're down to their last 2 weeks worth of promotion money and they're gonna have to close the doors. I go have a meeting with them and I say, hey, dude, you want to do something? I had this club. I was doing 1,200 people a night. Man, if you could do that here, I said the only way I'm doing that here is if I'm a partner. Where do we sign? Get the papers.
Here's a napkin.
And the first night we opened up, we did 1,300 people in the club.
Wow, man.
And then we had a 4-year run, which was amazing.
Because this is a ways away from South Beach, though. I mean, from like
Yeah, but South Beach, by the way, South Beach is publicized and you see all the shit on, in New York, come to Miami, come to South Beach, come to here. And, LA, come to South Beach.
When I went to Miami, first time I went to Miami, we had to stay on South Beach. We had to get a hotel. We had to be on South Beach.
Because you got to experience it.
Yeah.
But the real fun,
That's not the real Miami, though.
no, the real fun happens outside of that shit. That's tourist town.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? God bless them. Mangoes, amazing. $10 million a year. But they cater to the tourists. So a tourist lands here, they get to their hotel, and you got the concierge. I got the perfect place for you to go tonight. Mangoes, and da-da-da-da. But that's not the real Miami. You're going to go to real Miami, you got to get out of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So here we are back in the day, got Zippers going, and there was so many, put it this way, I had the crowd that the other clubs did not want. I had 17 off-duty cops every time I opened, but people knew how to have a good time. People knew how to party. Yeah, we had our fights here and there and like any other fucking club, but it was amazing. And that's when the booty shit was popping. I had a booty contest on a Tuesday night that I used to give $1,000 away every Tuesday night. But I can't even tell you the shit that they walked through the door with. Girls came from all over, Palm Beach, way down south in Homestead, duffel bags. Just imagine what was in the duffel bag from the toy store. I'm just saying.
From the toy store.
I'm just saying.
For the booty shaking
For
contest.
the booty shaking contest.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad there was no fucking phones.
I mean, if you want to see some shit, like go on YouTube and look at some old, like
Two Live Crew.
Luke Campbell, Spring Break shit. It's fucking crazy, yo. If you want to see something even crazy, you could do
Pornhub. Pornhub put Luke.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah, you want to get nasty.
But dude, it was fun. People had a good time. It was crazy, yes, but you had to be there to experience it. Now everybody wants to show you the fun they're not having. You know what I'm saying?
but pretend like they're having
No,
the
100%.
blast, yeah.
They're like, oh my God, look at me, I'm doing this. Bitch, if you were really having a good time, you put your fucking phone down.
Yeah.
Do you think that's ultimately going to kind of not destroy the nightclub scene, but it's got to revamp. It's going to revamp it. You know what I mean?
I think it kind of has already.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the nightclub scene has been killed by this whole fucking social media phone. Put it up and show everybody what I'm not doing. And ready? It's an evil necessity, though. Yeah. In the business that we're in as DJs, it is an evil necessity because we have to promote what the fuck we're doing, where we're at, But on the same token, it's like, dude, I'm going to show you where I'm at. Then come and just have a good time.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit there and film the whole fucking night instead of concentrating on what I'm doing. Because to me, the best feeling in the world about being a DJ is you're in control. That whole club is revolving around you and what you're playing and what you're doing. There's no better feeling on the planet than when you're rocking a fucking club and you throw in a song and people lose their minds. You did that. That's the shit that I try to tell, not these button pushers these days, because there's a lot of people that call themselves DJs that are not fucking DJs. You know what I'm saying? I believe that if you didn't live through that culture and at least start out if you don't know what the fuck a turntable is, we got a problem. We got a problem.
So do you think it's important that all DJs pretty much know at least to learn to spin on a turntable and everything like that?
I would love that. Don't get me wrong. Technology is our friend and is our enemy. Ready? Technology allows me not to break my fucking back carrying 7 crates of records to an event.
That was never cool. That was not fun.
Not fun at all.
That was the worst part.
And then traveling was the worst.
Oh, God. Yeah. Remember, they didn't charge for bags back then.
They didn't?
No. Well, at least when I was doing it. Yeah, no. I would carry crates and you put them.
I've heard horror stories where they would lose a crate or lose 2 crates.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. When people figured out that that's a fucking DJ, that's why I never put my name on a fucking crate. Ever. This shit was black.
Oh, so you're saying the
stickers, remember everybody used to put stickers from this and that last.
But you don't think those record crates got lost? You think someone took them from the...
Buddy, a record crate doesn't disappear without somebody taking it.
That shit is heavy.
Okay? That shit does not just disappear. No way in hell. People caught on the game. They're like, oh, shit, that's got that and that and that. Oh, I bet you I could sell this on a... Gone.
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, I was leaving a club in Miami, brought the crate out to the curb right here. Literally. The curb was right there, and it was 10 feet away. I turned around. When I turned back around, crate was gone.
Like that?
Like that.
Damn.
Fucking Houdini.
Where was your peoples? Where was your crate boys?
Trying to pick up the booty shaking bitches that were in the contest.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
that was like the come up though for every DJ who wanted to come up. You have to carry,
100%. You got
the OG's crates.
Damn right. You got to earn your stripes.
That was like a rite of passage.
You know what I'm saying? But look what came from it. You're helping out the DJ, carrying crates, setting up equipment, this and that. When I'm playing, this motherfucker free reign, and all the girls are coming to us.
Yeah. And I'm with the DJ line.
Exactly. It's like fishing in a bucket.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. So these guys would get like the perks of, oh shit, we get to hang out, and oh, dude, well, look at that one, and ooh. And then they get laid, and they're like, oh my God, I love Laz. I can't tell you how many people I got laid, and how many people, oh my God, bro, forget it.
But didn't you kind of start off that way also when you started DJing?
I did. Matter of fact, I helped my brother, but it was family.
Yeah.
See, now I'm going to give you a little backstory on Laz.
You've got a very interesting childhood story.
I do.
Yeah.
And it's and hopefully whoever's listening to this, it'll inspire you and never let anything hold you back. Because at the end of the day, I wasn't supposed to walk.
Yeah.
I was supposed to lay flat in a bed my entire life. That's what they told my mom when I was born.
I saw that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's crazy.
And
it's like at 3 months, right? They what do you call it? You had 17 surgeries or something crazy.
I don't know what the timeline. I'd love to know where. I'm gonna Google myself after I leave here. Cookie got some good shit.
You'd be like, damn, yeah.
But I was born, right? My mom, my brothers and sisters were born in Cuba. My mom was 37 years old when she had me. So all of a sudden, oh shit, you're pregnant. Oh, that was unexpected. Okay, well, boom, gives birth. And the bottom of my feet were touching my chest. Bottom. Think about that for a second. I got quiet.
Wait,
the bottom. So your foot, because this is on film and all that shit too. The bottom like this, touching my chest.
It was just resting like that.
On both legs. Yeah, just there. So I have no joints. Ready? I'm going to borrow you for a second. Push my arm back. Push it. I'm not holding them.
Yeah.
Do that one.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't want to hit you.
I won't hit because it won't go back. I have no joints.
Wow.
Oh wow.
So when I'm on the phone and shit, it's like, yo, what up? And oh my God, that's some cool hip hop shit. I had a white girl tell me that one day. She's like, oh my God, I fucking love the way you hold your phone. Is that like some cool hip hop shit? It's like, no, it's having no joint shit, bitch.
Yeah.
For real.
That's wild.
For real.
There's fucking videos in the
I'm telling you. And dude, it's just insane. So here's the doctor comes in. He tells my mom.
That does look fucking cool though. The holding the shit.
Yeah. And by the way, hang out with me. Hang out with me for 1 week. You'll be holding your phone the same fucking way. I swear to God. It's happened to all my friends. Yeah. It's happened to all my friends.
Pass him your phone now. Just hold it for the camera.
That's literally how I hold like one of my boys' phone that I know is a dirty motherfucker.
Because this arm don't bend, and I compensate with my wrist. So I'm like, yo, what up?
That shit look cool as hell.
Yeah.
That's some cool hip hop.
That shit look fly as fuck.
Right? So it's
Like Laz is feeling himself.
yeah,
Look at
what
him
up,
holding his
fucking
phone.
motherfucker. So here comes the
Wait,
doctor.
is that the reason why you do voice text as well?
Oh, no, I'm just fucking lazy.
Okay, cool, okay. Because I saw him do that, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe, yeah.
No, I figured that shit out, and fat fingers suck.
Okay.
I hit 3 of them at the same time. I'm like, yo, I'm just using my voice. And I love how people tell me, you can actually do that, and it does it perfectly? I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, you're a radio guy. I'm like, no, just fucking talk.
Yeah.
So doctor comes in, tells mom, hey, listen, your son was born with a birth defect. I hate to be the one to bring the bad news to you, but your son will never walk. He'll lie flat in a bed his entire life.
Fuck.
He won't sit, he won't stand, he won't walk. My mother says, do me a favor. Don't ever repeat what you just said to me. Don't ever repeat that to anybody. Definitely, she said, don't tell my husband because he doesn't have the faith that I have. So my mom said about my dad. The doctor says, ma'am, mind you, this is a very long time ago. Okay,
Right.
I'll be 48 December 2nd. So 47 years ago, they were like, what the fuck is that? That was a Cuban pretzel. Put mustard on me, sell me at the fair. You know what I'm saying? Yo, for real. This shit was like this. So, cool. The doctor says, ma'am, whatever you want, boom, leaves. Now, this is the part of the podcast that's going to get a little serious, and then we'll get back to fucking around. So, mom's in the hospital bed thinking crazy shit. She's got 2 daughters, my brother, and now me. They're perfect. Now they're telling her that I'm never going to walk. Mom's sitting in a hospital room by herself. She says that Jesus appears in front of her. All her hair stood up. Back of her neck, everywhere. She was like in awe. She said, this is what he said. Have faith in me. Your son will walk. Don't believe what the doctors are saying. Gone. Imagine that manifesting in front of you. My mother said, I don't know what just happened. I know what just happened, but I can't believe it just happened. That's when she said, I'm going to name him Lazaro. And this is very Cuban of me. But this is Saint Lazaro. This is the saint of healing. So that's when she said, I'm going to name him Lazaro, and I'm going to make a promise to Saint Lazaro through the man up top that if he walks, I'm going to get a dress made out of burlap, potato sack, and wear it for a year. Day in and day out. Check this shit out. So one day she says she's home, and I was doing exactly what the doctor said I'd be doing. Lying flat in bed. You know, I was in the crib. My mom was doing dishes or some shit. And she said that she looks over, and I sat up. Mom's like, hold up. Calls the doc. Doc, Laz is sitting. Mrs. Mendez, oh my God, that's a miracle. Congratulations. Da-da-da-da-da. Keep me posted. Cool. Now, to her, this is a huge fucking thing. Right. To him, he's probably thinking the bitch is crazy. She calls the doc back. Doc, Laz is standing in the crib. Mrs. Mendez, oh my God, I don't know what to say. Hang on one second. What's wrong? Hey, if this bitch calls again, I'm busy, okay? Okay, yeah, está loca. All right.
Yo, his fucking
Fucked up. Okay.
his fucking voices are crazy.
Hang on, don't say shh. Don't say a word. Mrs. Mendez, yes, please keep me posted. Let me know. Da 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 da. Cool. Some time goes by. Calls the doc back. She goes, Doc, Laz just walked. Doctor says, Mrs. Mendez, do me a favor. Check yourself into a mental institution. It is physically impossible for your son to walk. He has no joints. She goes, oh, so I'm crazy. He goes, you need help. Oh, I'm on my way to the hospital. So she pulled up to the hospital. There was a gang of people outside. Mind you, you know, my calves are in a fucking jar somewhere. So, boom, we pull up. 200 people outside. Doctor takes me out, sets me down on the ground, and all fucked up.
Wow.
I walked to the doc. Took steps. So the fucking doctor felt that his knees didn't move for 20 minutes. Because imagine everything that he had learned, everything that he had studied, everything he read, every video he saw, just everything. I just defied all that shit. So now this motherfucker's like, yo, I don't know what happened. But now that it happened, now let's go.
Yeah.
And that's when all the surgeries started. And I don't know the timeline. I don't know what you Googled, but
yeah.
I don't even know. I was a baby. Yeah. So, but I got, I got 17 surgery scars all the way down the back of the leg, on the foot, over here. I got them everywhere. But you know what? It's made me who I am. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I turned sort of like Pitt, a negative into a positive. I said, okay, fuck, I limp. Can't get rid of it. I'm going to call myself the pimp with the limp. I've always been a ladies' man. I've been a very blessed motherfucker in that department. Because what I lack in physical ability, I have in personality. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, you make a bitch laugh, you feed her and you fuck her, you got her.
Damn. That's Jane. That's your
my
game.
mom. Jamie was saying that. I've been saying that forever.
You know
if you can make it laugh and you treat us to some good tacos, you good. Mama. I'm Mexican, so I don't take it to the people front.
For sure.
That's fucking insane.
That's a crazy story, right?
That's
it's inspiring.
It's one of the most beautiful stories I've heard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, thank you.
Honestly,
but it's listen. One thing about me is I'm real. The same Laz that you get on the radio is the same Laz here. I just get to talk more because corporate radio now is you got to play the music. You get X amount of time in between. And I get it, but here we're just that's why podcasts are great. You're just having a good time shooting the shit with people who do basically the same thing you do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And, to be a DJ is something special. Mm-hmm. And we're blessed to be able to do it. Mm-hmm. So that's the beauty of it. And especially here in Miami. I travel, I do, DJ gigs out of the country. I got a residency in the Bahamas. And I love that because you get to see different people and how they react to what you're doing. That's the coolest shit on the planet.
Well, I think also what's great is like you telling us that you're 48. Mm-hmm. I just think when I was younger, we didn't see that older generation of DJs, and at some point, some of the club DJs that I grew up listening to, I think they thought they had to retire and get a real job, and now we're starting to see it, like the generations I look up to. They're still DJing.
As long as you stay up on your game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You stay up on your game and try to stay as relevant as possible. And again, I'm not going to go look. My 14-year-old son is DJing now.
Yeah.
I love it. To me, it's a very proud parent moment. But I'm not going to go and try to DJ his 14-year-old fucking friend's party because that's not the music I'm into.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but my son. So I'm selling the shit out of my son. I'm pimping my son right now. For sure. My son did 2 gigs this weekend. You know what I'm saying? So know your role, but just be good at the craft. Mm-hmm. Know how to make people have a good time. And there's a lot of DJs, I don't know if everybody will agree with me on this, but some DJs play for themselves.
Yeah.
You can't ask me to play shit. I ain't playing shit. I'm not that guy. You can now you ask me for a stupid song, I'm gonna tell you it's a fucking stupid song. I'm not gonna play, but you gotta play for the crowd. You know what I'm saying? You make everybody happy, and then in between making everybody happy is when you weave in and you teach them on some new shit. But you weave them, and maybe that's the radio mentality for me. But I love on Globalization now. I do Saturday mornings, dude. That is my musical therapy. Because if I wake up in the mood to do, you know what? I ain't done a fucking 90s hip hop mix in a minute. And I just get in that zone, I'm rocking 90s hip hop.
Yeah.
If I wake up one day and I say, sun is shining, I saw a good booty last night at the club, I'm doing a Miami Booty Shake mix. Boom. I do that. And what I love, this is the part I do love about social media. You can see reaction from around the world on what you're doing. So if people have an access to be able to listen to what's happening, what you're doing, dude, forget about it. And then you see the instant gratification for them. They're like, oh my God, I can't get out of my car because you're fucking every time I think it's over, boom, you hit me with another one. I can't get out of my car. I'm late to work. I love it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To me, that's the best shit on the planet. But that part I do love social media for, and to promote yourself and everything. But when you're in the moment, man, be in the moment. Live that shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
You mentioned DJs that play for themselves. Have you noticed more of those kind of DJs emerging in the last 10 years, 5 years, or, you know?
I would say there's a niche crowd for them, that people that go specifically because they don't know what they're going to, or they know what they're going to get, but it ain't going to be like mainstream. Some people have it against mainstream radio and, oh my God, you can't play anything that's on the radio. You're fucking, that's whack. That's it. No. To me, that's not the case. To me, if you rock a fucking party, you got to know how to read the crowd and go left and right. And I have seen DJs that stick to their own thing. Look, to me, one of the best DJs on the planet, Craze.
Yeah.
Okay, Craze. When I get a call from Craze and he's like, Laz, I want you to come do this party with me. I'm like, yeah, dog, whatever you need. And then I walk in and this motherfucker starts doing this. I'm like, bro, you need to stop. I should be doing this shit to you. You know what I'm saying? But Craze is on a different fucking planet. Talk about intricate and just a bad motherfucker. Another one of my buddies who just passed away, and it sucks, Exotic E. Exotic E was one of the nastiest white boys. Dude, I used to take Exotic E on the road with me when I was doing the shows, because Texas was a huge market for Laz and my booty music. And I would go and do shows, and I'd be like, EJ, come on. You know, you be my DJ. I need somebody to play the shit while I'm out there fucking rapping and shit. And he would go, and he would go in an AC/DC shirt, just not looking the part.
Yeah.
And then people are like, oh, this kid's going to be whack. And da-da-da-da. And then murder it. And people are like, but there's a time and a place for the battle style DJ.
Yeah.
You can't be a battle style DJ and work on radio and do your battle routine on the air. You get gone. It won't work. But there's all types of different DJs. And to me, it's the technique of it and how much passion you're putting into what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not the guy to play for myself. If I see that some shit ain't working, I'm going to switch it up to something that is working.
But usually the DJ who comes up, like let's say a radio DJ or a club DJ,
Right.
In order for them to, you know, move up the ladder, gain success, gain notoriety, they have to please the crowd.
Yes.
Then there's like, you know, there's like battle style DJs, you know, like Craze being an exception, extremely talented.
Yeah, oh my God. I
don't know if
he's from a different planet.
Yeah. And then I would say those DJs that kind of they're where their talent got showcased, or maybe they built a social media following from routines. Those are the guys that tend to play for, not for themselves, but they tend to create their own kind of wave of music.
I think they're creating their own lane.
Yeah.
But I also think that the people that are going to that event are going to see exactly what he's doing.
They're trying to experience that. Yeah.
Exactly right. Where if you put Craze, and which, by the way, Craze can do it all, but he loves his, routine shit.
Yeah.
Like, he's a monster.
He's like a Miles Davis with turntables.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes. But people go there with that in mind, like, I'm going to watch the baddest motherfucker create some intense shit. Where if you don't know Craze and you're going to the club to dance, have a good time, you might be a little like, whoa, what the fuck is this?
Right.
Yeah. Admire the technique and the talent, but after that, you'd be like, okay, I'm going to go someplace where they're playing some songs. You know what I'm saying? But it creates, you definitely have to create a niche.
But do you think that's something that now that's been able to open up, where there is a market for that? There's like a market for that, or do you think there's always been a market for that?
I think there's a market for everything. You just got to find the people that enjoy what you're doing.
But more and more, the DJ club scene or the festival scene or whatever the market is opened up a little bit wider than, let's say, 15 years ago, right?
Listen, DJs are superstars.
Yeah.
DJs are artists. DJs walk into a place now and it's not the DJ behind the fucking booth. Oh my God, that's, Calvin Harris, that kind of shit. And they're superstars. And that's exactly the way we got to do it, not sell ourselves short either. Yo, we know what we bring to the table.
Yeah.
Yo, you can go ahead and book the $200 DJ, have fun. I'll be across the street. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Yeah. I see some of these cats are button pushers, and all right, I'll do it for $150. Okay, have fun.
So you're seeing that in this. I mean, there's always been undercutters in the scene.
Yeah, but when you have a brand, and that is the difference.
Yeah,
create a brand. So for anybody who's watching this podcast, listening to it, make yourself a brand where they can't take that from you. Even if the guy comes to undercut and he's a guy in the booth that nobody fucking knows playing music. When you're a brand, when you walk into a place, oh shit, that's such and such, or that's such and such. Oh, you know what I'm saying? That's when you become, dude, I think about it now, I've been doing this fucking 30 years. A long fucking time.
That's something, I take my hat off to you. Like that's something like I really look up to, the longevity, the sustainability.
You do have to change with the times.
You do, and you got to adapt.
Which is a problem with a lot of older DJs. They're not adapting to the newer music.
Listen, the new hip hop is not my favorite, but I learn shit in that genre from my son. So I got somebody teaching me, but then I come home one day and my son's in the garage doing his thing, and I'm watching him on the cameras. This motherfucker's playing Miami booty shaking records, and I'm laughing my ass off.
How did you teach your son to DJ?
Bro, the funny part is I didn't.
You didn't?
No. Check this shit out.
No, wait.
All my kids, I swear to God.
YouTube Academy probably taught him.
Listen to me. He would watch.
Oh, okay.
My son would watch, and I never forced him. I never did anything. I would say he would come and mess around and just, joking, but I would watch him watch me. If I was doing, recording a mix, whatever I was doing, he would just sit there and pick it up and be like, And then I'd see him. And then I'd see him when I wasn't there. I'd look on the cameras on the phone, and I see this motherfucker in there,
right,
doing his thing, and I'm like, he likes it. See, no DNA test needed for my son. Ready? Except for he walks straight. Loves fishing. Yeah. That is my passion. Which, by the way, I'm gonna take these fuckers out on the boat.
I was going to ask you about the fishing thing because you said we should go on the water in the boat.
100%. We should do that this week for sure.
Fuck, man.
And film some of that shit so people can enjoy Miami, the view a little bit.
We might have to make some time to go on.
I think we might have to do that, man.
I'm just saying. But fuck, now I lost my thought. God damn old Jesus.
So likes fishing.
Yeah, like I said, no DNA test needed. My son loves fishing, loves music, loves to DJ. Fucking great.
Yeah.
Perfect. But I remember the first time I really put my son on the spot, right? And he would just sit there and do a lot of cuts and scratches. And I'd be like, hey, that's cool. But that's not how you're going to rock. You got to learn how to fucking mix records together. And you can add that as an accent. Cool. But if you just sit there and chicka the whole time, it's going to get old. So we were opening up for Pitt at the arena.
Wow.
My son was 12 years old. He's 14 now. And a lot of the shows for Pitt, I go open up the show, and so I'm doing my thing, and I get on the mic and I tell everybody, hey, I got a special treat for y'all. This is my son's debut, DJ set, 17,000 people at the American Airlines Arena. I'll send you the clip so you can put it in the video.
Yeah.
And my son's like, oh shit, bro, 12 years old, he goes out there. It was a quick minute and a half, and he cut. But he also mixed in a record. Dude, when I tell you the arena lost their damn minds, and I think that moment in time for him is what made him go, I kind of like this shit. You know what I'm saying? This is kind
that adrenaline rush.
Yeah, I mean, for me, still to this day, when you're rocking a crowd and you're rocking a party and people, you mix in a song and they scream, to me, that's still the best high on the planet.
Yeah. The best.
You know what I'm saying? You go, oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay, I did that.
So at any point when he was, what do you call it? At any point when you were seeing him practice and fuck around on the turntables, was there anything where you wanted to intervene and show him how to do anything?
Yes.
At what point were you like, let me show you how to do some stuff?
When I saw he got interested very much interested, I would help him and I'd teach him, okay, here, I need you to mix this. I want you to cut, I want you to do this. But then I found myself, I was a little overbearing.
Yeah, that's my biggest problem. I don't want to be the overbearing dude.
I turned into that, and then I removed myself from the situation.
So you were aware. I saw it.
Listen, while I was telling him, I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
That's what I said.
Tell him, let him do his own thing. And what really did it was the night of his homecoming for his school. He's a freshman in high school now.
Yeah.
Okay. Brand new school. He came from a small private school, kindergarten through 8th grade. And here he is now at an amazing school called Archbishop McCarthy. And they say, hey, would you guys be interested in DJing, the homecoming dance? So I'm not going to do anything half-assed. So the homecoming dance was at the Broward County Convention Center. So I called a buddy of mine.
This is a big school.
Oh, yeah, no, there were 1,100 kids at homecoming.
Oh, shit.
Okay, I'll show you that video, too. 1,100 kids.
Tell me all that, bro.
Listen to me. I tell my son, hey, do your thing. But then I'm watching him. I'm like, one thing I had to tell him is, you're playing the song too long. I went in his ears and you're playing the songs too long. Go move it along quicker. And then I walked off the stage. But
Chorus.
the system.
Were you grabbing his arm and like?
No. No, because a buddy of mine, Quan, was there, and he's like, yo, don't fucking do it. Don't be that nitpicking dad. Don't do it. And I'm like, shit. Okay. I just told him in his ears, playing the songs to him, move him on. Cool. And I walked
That's
off.
not too bad though, man.
I don't know, because
Was it like 2 verse 2 choruses type of shit?
it was just too long. Like, for my taste, I'm like, fucking change the song.
Yeah.
But the system that we brought out, which, by the way, I got to shout out my buddy, Tony from True Audio. When I had called them, and, we create relationships with people in the business and give them business, and, one hand washes the other type deal. So I called him up and I told him, hey, my man, my son, he's in high school now. It's his freshman thing. I need you to do me a favor. I need a monster setup for this homecoming. Bro, this motherfucker brought out a concert setup. Line array system, LED walls. I mean, you name it. Shit, I didn't have that at 14 years old. I had a fucking DJ booth with 2 scoops and some blown tweeters. You know what I'm saying? So the kids walk into this, basically convention center, and they're like, oh my God. And then as soon as the first song, it was just, they felt it in their chest. Those kids partied all night. All night long. He was the talk of the town. I had the whole school going, when I say DJ, y'all say Julian. DJ, Julian. 1,100 kids.
Wow.
Freshmen.
So you were his hype man?
I was his hype man.
Nice.
I played hype man. And then I played in between because I didn't want him to because I missed out on a lot of shit as a DJ as a kid. Okay? I had 17 surgeries. I had pins in my knees. So I couldn't go out and do shit that other kids were doing. So I didn't want him to. I never went to my homecoming.
Yeah.
I never went to a prom, but I DJ'd a lot of people's prom and homecoming here. I did grad night at Disney. I mean, you name it.
You still wanted him to have those memories and those experiences.
Yeah, so I didn't want him to miss out on being on that side and hanging out with his friends.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would go, okay, you did 30 minutes? All right, now I'll do it. I'll play. But then when I call you on that mic, motherfucker, get up here because I ain't doing this shit.
Yeah.
But it was great and it's fun to
Like
see.
DJ Julian to the booth, please.
Oh, yeah, no. It was like for sure, Julian!
The Cuban came out on him.
Julian! But they loved it. And he played the shit that those kids
Yeah.
really just grinded to. It was dope.
Was
now,
it-
mind you, it's a Catholic school, so
Yeah.
every time it got a little too crazy, they'd be looking at me like I'm like,
Were you? Did he kind of school you on some songs where you were like, "Oh shit, I didn't know this was popping"?
100%. 100%. I there at that event, but I remember one song vividly. Okay? Lucid Dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Kids love him.
Bro, listen to me. Lucid Dreams was a song that he was playing over and over and over. I heard it so many damn times that I go, bro, this is a hit. This is a smash. Like, it wasn't even on the radio yet. He played it for me for like 8 months. And I'm like, so I went to the station. I'm like, yo, we got to play this.
Wow.
Wow, man.
We got to play this song. And it went in full rotation.
Yeah.
Because, everything is being tested and all that stuff. And it worked. It was crazy.
Juice World is a cult following.
Crazy
now,
cult
like a
following.
crazy cult
Thank
following
you.
right now.
Yeah.
It's a little warm in here with these porn lights we got happening. Good. If there was women here, it'd be a different story. But good Sausage Fest podcast.
He said that I never did a podcast with this much production with the lights in the
Yeah,
camera.
no. You guys are real deal. Normally it's like both of my cousins with a flashlight saying, "Hey, don't move. No problem. No problem."
No problem.
Yeah, that's my overbearing ass.
Is that it?
Trying to make it.
Trying to make it right? Well,
I'm in Miami, so I'm like, I want to make this shit good. I want to make it nice and shit, And
well, listen, I have watched some of the stuff that you guys have done.
Yeah.
And it's dope. And it's a great insight that people can see what, because people think, oh my God, I hear him on the radio or I know him, which by the way, to me is the biggest compliment. I love, if somebody walks up to me, if I'm at Home Depot, which is like a hardware store here, and they say, I didn't know if you guys have more.
Just
saying.
They got them on the West Coast.
So I'm at Home Depot, and somebody hears me ask the attendant for, hey, do you have this? And all of a sudden, this was a real story that happened. I asked the guy, I was trying to fix my ice machine at the house in the Keys, and I asked him for something, and the lady came around the other fucking aisle, and she goes, "Are you DJ Les?" And I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Oh my God, that voice is undeniable." I go, "Holy shit. Wow, you heard that from over there?" And she's like, I listen to you every morning. I knew it was you.
Wow.
I was like, wow. And then we started talking. She goes, "Oh my God, you're exactly how you are on the radio." I'm like, I can't fake shit. Either you like me or you don't like me. And I'm okay with either one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The day you're done is the day you try to make everybody happy. It's an impossibility.
Yep.
Cannot happen. So stick with the people and try to win somebody over for whatever reason they didn't like you. If not, then go fuck yourself. Move on.
You did LA radio for a little bit.
I did. I went to LA when I left Power 96.
What happened with that?
Nothing, dude. It was just it was time. 22 years there.
What were you feeling? Like, what made you want to change, or what was it? Do you think?
Real talk, it's simple. I had a deal with Hennessy. I was one of the DJ Hennessy Collective members. And I told Hennessy, listen, in order for us to do this deal, radio is radio the way it is. They are not going to allow us to talk about Hennessy or events on the radio unless you do a buy on the radio. So they said, no, we totally understand that. All of our DJs that are on radio, we do buys for, and da-da-da, cool. So they did $150,000 buy.
Wow.
On the station. It was a year contract.
Is that a lot? That must be.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It was a good amount. You know what I'm saying? Especially for something that it was 150 they didn't have, unless I would have brought it to the table.
Right.
So I go, hey, this is such and such, and this is such and such. Listen, I signed a deal with Hennessy. I'm going to be doing, DJ gigs all over the country, and they're flying me to Paris, all that shit. Cool. Mm-hmm. What happens in the contract? No problem. Boom. Everybody signs. Well, then the contract a year later is auto renewable. So if you don't send in writing that you don't want to renew, it renews automatically. So boom, I'm at the station, I'm doing my thing, I'm talking about a party. Oh, my people from Hennessy are going to be there. Da, da, da. All of a sudden, the GM sends me a text. He goes, hey, why are you talking about Hennessy? That contract's over. And I go, no, you might want to read the contract.
Yeah.
And he says, no, matter of fact, when the show's done, come see me in my office. Okay, cool. So that happened. I hit my lawyer and said, hey, send me the paragraph where it says da 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 da,
Right.
and it's auto renewed. So he sent it to me. I walk into the office. When I get there, it's the general manager of the radio station, HR, corporate America. And I walk in and he goes, well, I want you to know that, you can't talk about Hennessy on the radio, especially because we don't have a new contract yet. So I need you to sign this paper, basically admitting guilt.
Right.
I go, first of all, let me show you this. You might want to learn how to read a fucking contract. And this is what I think about your paper. And I ripped it and I walked out. That's pretty much the way it went down. I left. I walk out. I called the lawyer. Me and him jumped on a flight. We went to go see Pitt in Canada, and we did a whole week tour with Pitt in Canada. When I came back, I handed in my resignation letter.
Wow.
That was it.
What was the reason for them not accepting the renewal of the Hennessy
Because the guy was an idiot.
It
That's all.
doesn't make any sense.
It didn't make any sense.
They were gonna
But
get
it's
another-
a power trip. Some people get on that power trip. I'm the GM, and I'm the...
He didn't want to look bad.
I'm like 100%. Okay, all right, buddy. Well, you know what? Now you're going to look really bad because last dipped.
Because I was wondering if they got another liquor sponsor that they were pushing or anything. It didn't have anything to do with that.
Nothing. It was an ego thing.
What year was that?
2012.
Yeah.
Okay.
2012.
Yeah, because, the information we got, you left abruptly. Like it just came out of nowhere.
Well, if abruptly means ripping up a paper walking out of the office, then yes, I left abruptly.
And they're going to Canada for a week. Yeah.
And then pretty much that's the way it went down.
And then so your manager or just contacts...
Well, I mean, as soon as that happened, I had my phone ringing left and right saying, hey, we got a gig for you here. We got a gig for you here. Matter of fact, how about we take you coast to coast? You do LA and you do Miami. And I had a 3-month non-compete here. So they go, dude, listen. And then they made me an offer that I'd be stupid not to fucking sign.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was just one of those, wow, okay.
Yeah.
You got a good lawyer. You got a good everything. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
So did 3 months solid in L.A. Loved L.A. Didn't love the traffic. Scared the shit out of me with earthquakes. But the weather, the people, great. But I'm a Miami boy, so I was homesick. So every other week I'd be on a plane flying back. You know what I'm saying? So I would do,
That's not an easy flight.
No, buddy.
It's draining, yo.
Very, very. And on top of that, I was pulling 16-hour days, 15-hour days. I'm like, dude.
What were you doing, morning in LA?
Mornings, and I was running the station. But music, everything. It was a
96.3?
Yeah.
So you're like an acting.
It was
PD?
Latin, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That was a Latin station?
Yeah, it was a Latino one.
Well, the funny part is when they took me over there, they're like, we want to take the station general market with a hint of Spanish. We called it LA 96.3. We even changed the name of it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Remember? And everything they said, with the exception of them actually paying, was bullshit. So when it came down to it, it's like, no, that's not what we agreed on, Papa. We're taking the station general market. Same thing we're going to do in Miami in, 2 months from now, 3 months from now. Everything got changed. So listen, I don't badmouth anybody. We parted ways. I got my bread. And I wish everybody the best. But that was my year and change in
In LA.
In LA.
But they syndicated you in Miami, right?
No, it wasn't syndicated. It was 2 different shows. Oh. Listen to this craziness. Ready? I had a morning crew in LA, and I had a morning crew in Miami. So when I was in Miami doing the LA show, I would do live Miami 6 to 9, record the last hour,
Wow.
And then switch over and do the LA show with the LA team from 9 to noon and then record the last hour. I said, bro,
That's unheard of, though.
no amount of money in the fucking world is worth your health or your sanity. It's not.
You didn't know that prior to.
No, you think you're invincible. You can do whatever. And then you get into it and you're like, okay, yo, fuck.
What I'm saying is, did you know that when on contract? Were you aware that you had to do these 2 live shows?
No, I actually thought that we were going to do a
One
one
show
show that
that
was going to
would
be
be syndicated.
syndicated.
Yeah.
No, and then they were like, no, because Miami is so different than LA. You need to talk about LA. And I understood.
Right.
Local radio, that's the beauty of local radio, is somebody can say, shit, you know, I'm in Miami. That's live. They can see me at Home Depot. They can see me out on the boat. They can see me at the beach. You know, that kind of shit. Where if you're doing a Miami show and it's just playing in LA and you're not touching on shit that's going on in LA,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, you're gonna hear the difference.
It's
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, that is the one thing I don't like about syndication radio. Because sometimes you'll hear about
there's a
giveaways
disconnect.
or concerts that are going on in that local city, but it's syndicated in another state and it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, there's a disconnect to
Yeah.
it for sure. And, you know, at the end of the day, honestly, that's why I love globalization.
Yeah.
Because it's for people who love to have a good time.
Yeah.
There's no, oh shit, you know, if we're promoting a party because I'm doing something in Miami, cool. But if I'm in New York, I'm promoting my party in New York. If I'm in Texas, I'm telling people on globalization, hey, tonight I'm playing in Austin. And tomorrow night I'm playing in San Antonio. Come join me. But you're not having full on topics about some shit that's going on in your local city.
Yeah.
That people in LA now have to hear. They're like, I don't give a fuck about La Calle Ocho. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, I'm about Pico.
Yeah.
So then you did that for a year and a half.
A year and a half.
A year and a half.
Yeah, just about.
And then was your contract up?
No, it was just, it wasn't vibing. It wasn't vibing. And we came to a mutual agreement and said, hey, listen, man, before we end up with bad blood, why don't we just part ways? And then, you know, mediation and lawyers, and those are the only people to get rich there. And then we ended up settling. Cool. And went my way and they went theirs. And like I said, I wish everybody nothing but life is too short to be mad at people. I've learned, I lost my brother, my mentor, the guy that got me into the DJ business. He was 48 years old, what I'm about to be. Melanoma cancer in the eyeball. You know what I'm saying? That's when life, you go, oh shit, how the fuck you get that? But
This is your older brother?
my older brother, he would have been now 53, 54.
53. And he's initially who kind of inspired you to start DJing,
Oh,
right?
100%. Dude, I remember the day it happened.
Yeah.
I remember the day it happened vividly. I went to a party with my brother. I'm watching my brother. Let's say this is the couch that I'm just sitting on. My brother's spinning over there. And my brother's playing music. People are having a good time. Girls are coming up to him. Oh, my God, can you play this? And, oh, you're cute. And then at the end of the night, somebody came up and said, here you go. Thank you for a great job, and paid him. I go, oh, that's for me right there. Holy shit, yes.
You was like 12, 11 and 12?
Yeah. Yeah. It was crazy, dude. I was a young buck. Imagine, though. Still 11, 12. My last surgery was supposed to be at 12 years old. And I'm already like, you know, I'm practicing and DJing at the house. I told my father, hey, if you never buy me anything in your life again, ever, give me a set of turntables, a mixer, and some speakers. And he did it.
On your 12th birthday.
Wow, man.
Boy, those speakers and those turntables, and by the way, Marantz belt drives.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That's what I started on.
Marantz was it was like a tape recording, DAT recording company.
Yeah.
And they made turntables?
They did. Belt drive turntables that the belt would fall off as soon as you went, chicka, chicka, chicka. Yo. And the shit would fall off.
I thought I had the burst. I had Linear Tech belt drives.
Dude, I don't remember that company.
Linear Tech?
I don't remember.
No, Marantz.
Marantz?
Oh, yeah. Look it up.
The only reason why I know is because it was a recording. It was like it was basically like a lot of DAT machines and a lot of
And cassette decks. And they made receivers as well.
And
like home receivers.
So when you did like movies or when you did like sound effects, you would record it on a Marantz.
Oh, okay.
And it would have like the recorder and like a mic.
So somebody at Marantz said, hey, let's make a turntable. Let's compete with techniques. But it's got to be direct drive. No, fuck that. That's too expensive. Get that belt right there. Put it here. Come on, Bill. Bill, come from the back. Put it right here. Does it play? It plays. Sell it.
I want to know why the fuck when direct drive came, why they, I mean, what was the first turntable? It had to be on belt drive, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah,
And then it went to direct drive.
Somebody got smart and said, let's not make a belt drive. Just saying.
After a while, the belt would be a rubber belt, like making the wheel, the disc spin.
Yeah.
And then the belt would fall off. And then you'd have to take the fucking thing off and put the belt back.
Yeah.
It's like a belt for an alternator in a car.
Yeah.
When you got a belt going and that shit breaks, you ain't charging your car.
It would just stretch though. So after a while, before it falls off, it would stretch.
Oh,
So
yeah.
your 0 point would become like +2. That +2 would be 0.
Yeah.
And then +4 would be 0.
Uh-huh.
And
And you had to
then
adapt.
it would fall off. And then remember that, right? Yeah.
Totally, dude.
I felt like, because I was like, okay, 0 is, it looks like 0's.
Yeah,
like
why is this shit all the way
+3?
down here now?
Okay, like, damn, it's +6. We're getting too
Yeah, we're
close.
gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
I only got one more notch to go. And
It
it's
wouldn't make it a +6 because the bell would just be so stretched.
gone.
Marantz, that's the first time I heard that.
Yeah,
That's
no, real
fucking
talk.
crazy.
That was my first set of turntables.
That must have been like that must have been
long time ago.
super cheap. Yeah.
yeah, no, I'm trying to think. What?
Long time ago. But to go back to the story, I told my father that, get me that, and you never have to buy me anything again. Boy, that fucker listened.
Yeah. Bro, the Latino parents.
Oh, yeah.
really,
You remember, I'm not buying you anything.
No,
ever
no,
again.
he listened.
He never bought you anything after that.
One never. One day. No, if anything.
Like Christmas came, he's like,
No, you remember the turntables, right? You remember?
You see that
That's the
DJ
shit.
setup?
That's the shit we get. If your mom buys you some shit like 2 months before your birthday, this is for your birthday and that's it. And your
Yeah.
birthday comes, you don't get shit.
Yeah, and then you go, pero, it's my birthday. But you remember you told me 2 months ago you wanted it now? I don't want that thing.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
Christmas and fucking birthdays, your shit.
No, and my shit falls in December. So they would bunch my shit up. So my birthday's December 2nd and Christmas, well, the 25th.
Oh,
so
shit, man.
I'd be like, oh, shit, hey, crema. Cumpleaños, maricón, hijo de puta. Dale. Like, fuck.
Yeah, bro. That shit is gnarly. Latino parents do not fuck around.
No.
That's why he never bought you shit. You
No,
really told him that.
but that shit cost me, I can't tell you how much I've paid for those turntables and those speakers and that damn mixer. Because my old man, 89 years old, God bless him, I'm blessed to have him still.
Wow.
But the insane shit is, I'd be like, hey, Dad, go out somewhere. Let's go out to eat. He would grab the check. And I'm thinking, oh, shit, this motherfucker's going to pay the bill. Look at this. He'd go, oof. Put that shit back down.
Papi, this is yours.
No, so I told him. No, but just like that. Just like that. He'd look at it and go, oh. And put it down, and I go, the fuck was that? So I told him, I made a rule. I said, you touch a check again, you got to pay for it. Never again has he touched a check.
Wow.
Not a once.
Does he use that line on you?
I gotta do that
If you buy
shit.
me this, you don't have to ever buy me this.
No. Matter of fact, bro, just the other day, I would say 3 days ago, calls me and says, oye, pasa por la casa. Come by the house. I'm like, cool. Swing by the house. He walks outside, and I go, hola, everything good? My mom has Alzheimer's, so it sucks. That's an awful disease, by the way. That's a whole nother topic.
Go into that also, so I know
it's
that.
awful.
Yeah.
The frontal lobe dementia is what she has. It's awful. So my old man comes outside, and I see him with an envelope in his hand. And I go, hola? Hey, the house taxes. And I go, oh, nice. Cheap. He goes, oh, cheap, good. I need you to pay it. Have a good day. And he walks back in the fucking house. I'm like, yo.
You touched the bill.
Really? Thinking to myself, damn. It's insane. But you know what? One thing to transition back into what we do with music and all that shit, one thing that I think is an obligation for us is to give back.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay? A lot of people don't see that. You know what I'm saying? It's all about me. And we have a platform. For those of us that are on the air, we have a voice. For those of us that control a room, we have a voice. And we need to use our popularity and to influence other people and to get them to do things. There's a radio station inside Nicholas Children's Hospital, which used to be Miami Children's Hospital. And I went there to go see a buddy of mine. His kid broke his arm. simple. Okay, oh, fuck, it hurts. Put it back in place, put a cast on it, done. As I'm walking to his room, I see to the left, I see an on-air light, and clearly it caught my attention. I'm like, on-air, what the fuck is that? And I look over, and it's a thing called Radio Lollipop. And it's a radio station inside the hospital. That was, I'm going to say 18 years ago.
Wow.
And I remember that day, so I told my boy, hey, give me a second, I'm going to go check this out. So I walked in, and I see a bunch of kids. A lot of them were sick, some worse than others, but they were having a great time. And they had a board, they had microphones, and the kids would get on and play DJ, and the radio station would broadcast within the walls of the hospital. And kids that couldn't come out from their room because they were too ill, they could call on the phone, and the number was 4444. And they could call up and talk to the DJ and participate in games, and then the people would go and bring them prizes and all sorts of shit. And I said to myself, okay, this is definitely, I'm here for a reason. This is my calling to make sure this place runs and keeps running. And over the years, we have raised over $2 million.
Wow.
For Radio Lollipop, and done fundraisers. I did a 3-day broadcast with no sleep out in front of a store, and just had people come and donate and bring toys and money and all sorts of stuff, because the true heroes there are the volunteers that do it day in and day out. You know what I'm saying? I just lent my name and my voice to it because I felt passionate about it. So I think that we have an obligation as entertainers to give back and show the next generation. It's not just, don't get me wrong, we know how to party and have a great time, but it's about setting shit up for the future too. You know what I'm saying? And teaching these kids, hey, it's not just this, you got to do that as well.
Yeah.
So,
That's I wanted to kind of go back to where your brother
okay,
kind of like, inspire you to DJ
Sure.
and stuff like that. And I was like, we've had so many DJs come on here, and they've always been inspired by their older brother learning to DJ. And I've always wondered, like, what happened to the older brother? And my thinking is that the older brother learned to DJ to get girls. And
well, so did the younger brother at the beginning.
but see,
Just so you know.
I don't know. Like, I feel like the younger brothers, they see it in a different way. It's like affects their life a little bit more for some reason, right?
It was a different drive. Ready?
Yeah.
My brother was a very easy guy. I'm a people person. I love to be around people. I'd rather have a house that I had neighbors all around. My brother would have had a house 10 acres with no neighbors. That's just the way he was. You know what I'm saying? But I think about it now, and I was like, man, yeah, okay. So my brother got me into DJing. I really want to DJ. But then I thought about the next thing. The next thing to me was, man, I want to make records. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about that drive. My brother was happy. He worked at the candy store in Fort Lauderdale Beach when Fort Lauderdale Beach was the shit for spring break. Yeah. Everybody would flock to Fort Lauderdale for spring break. And my brother was the DJ there 6 nights a week. He made his paper. I couldn't do anything 6 nights a week, to be honest with you. But he made his paper. He was happy. And then I remember one day my brother said, hey, you know what? I don't want to DJ no more. I want to, my brother loved to fish, so that's where I got that love as well. He said, man, I want to get into the bait business. I know that there's good money in the bait business. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, I'm going to go out and catch the bait at night, and I'm going to sell it during the day. Help me buy a boat. I go, all right, fuck it. Boom, let's go. And he started working it. My brother did that for 20 years.
Wow.
But that's where the melanoma cancer came from. My brother didn't like to wear shades.
Oh, wow.
And my brother would go out at night, catch the bait, and then during the day he would sell it. But the reflection from the sun into the water, into his eyeball on a daily, gave him a fucking tumor.
I would
in his
never
eye.
think that would happen.
By the way, neither would I.
You're freaking me out because I hate wearing sunglasses.
Oh, not me. Clearly, you can see it. Not me.
I actually thought about putting my glasses on because of the fucking lights.
I wear my shades all the time. I don't care. Some people call it douchey. I say, okay, I like the way it looks. But it's also, but there's also the back reason for it. I don't take them off. My brother passed away from, the sun rays hitting the water into his eyeball. Shit.
Crazy.
That's fucking
I remember
crazy.
that, dude. And I remember the day it happened. I remember the day that I called my brother out on something because he was at my house and he was playing catch with my son Julian, which now is 14, the DJ, but he was young. He was probably 5, 4. My brother's at my house and he's taking the ball and my son's throwing the ball to my brother, right to him. My brother's trying to catch the ball over here. I saw that shit 3 times. And I go, yo, you don't see the ball? And he said, oh, no, lately my depth perception has been off. I go, hold up, bro. Julian, throw the ball to him again. I go, something's up. So I called my doctor and I said, hey, I know this is not your field, but I'm going to bring my brother over there real quick. I just want you to put that, whatever that thing's called, where they look at the, with the light.
Yeah.
Just look at it. If you see something that doesn't look right, then I'll take the next step. I went like that. He goes, hey, let me talk to you for a second. He walks me out of the room and he goes, your brother has something in the back of his eyeball. I don't know what it is, but I'd get it checked out if I were you. And that was the beginning.
Wow.
And that was the beginning. And then he had, they removed his eyeball. Check this shit out. They removed his eyeball, put a plate, a radiation plate in the back of his head, put the eyeball back in. That was the biggest mistake in the planet. They should have kept the eyeball out because the radiation plate didn't work, doesn't do anything for melanoma. A year later, they had to do an enucleation, taking the eye out. And then what happens? Then the cancer spread to his head.
Yep.
And metastasized, and then it was 6 years of craziness. But you know what? My brother fought like a champ as much as he could. So, but I know we got an angel up in heaven looking down who started the whole DJ Laz craze to be able to want to do this insane job. And I thank you for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right,
Yo, real
Rest in
talk.
peace, man.
Real talk.
Yeah. And you was on the radio young, right?
14 when I started. But it's funny, when I started at 14, I was just the mixing guy. I didn't want to talk to save my life. Clearly, now you can't shut me the fuck up. They're like, yo, this podcast is taking a long fucking time. Would you order Uber Eats?
No.
But real talk, I would hate to talk on the mic. And I would hire people to MC my parties. I just wanted to do, be the mixing guy.
I feel like a lot of DJs are like that because I was like that. I hate talking on the mic, but after a while, you have to do it.
Right, no,
Done.
100%.
You got to get used to it.
And that's what happened. I started getting more comfortable. And the woman on the morning show, her name was Bo Griffin, another one, rest in peace, says to me one day, hey, you ever thought about being on air, not just mixing? And I go, no. Straight up, like, no. And she's like, you should think about it. And I'm like, oh, whatever. I'm thinking about my next gig that I got to go do just to go mix. And I've always been witty. So she started throwing shit at me, like testing the waters during the morning show, because I used to mix during her show. And she would, and then she'd say something to Laz, and I'd always have a quick comeback. And she was like, told you. And then one day, man, out of the blue, I was doing mornings with her, but now I was a little more on the mic and a little more, throwing those little comments in. And the afternoon guy, his name was Joe Nasty. He got into an altercation with the girl who answered the phone, and he slapped her.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
fired.
instantly.
Yeah.
And shit hit the fan.
Stupid.
Shit hit the fan, and I get a call from the GM, and the GM says, hey, I think it's time for you to have your own show.
Joe got a little too nasty.
Exactly. And I go, what? He says, I need you to do afternoon drive. And I go, what? No. I'm like, no, I'm
that's
good.
big time.
Yeah, I told him, but I'm like, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy where I'm at. I got the team.
How old were you at this time?
19?
19.
Yeah, 19, something like that.
So you didn't want it.
I didn't want it at the
Why
beginning.
didn't you want it?
Because I was scared.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Yeah.
I was scared. And, no, hey, Liv, we got to go to lunch. Laz, come on, let's go. So takes me to lunch, and he's talking to me. He's like, this is a great opportunity, and this. And then I started thinking about it like, shit, it is a kind of a great opportunity. fuck it.
Yeah.
Do it. And the craziness, actually, I was older than 19. I remember now because I was married already to my first wife. So I was 21 because I got married at 21. So I was 21, 22 when that happened.
So you were mixing for like 5-6 years on the radio without even talking.
And the funny part, and I'll get to a funny part. Remind me to say the story about that. But just to wrap up the afternoon drive one, he says, listen, and back then I didn't have any leverage to be able to demand real bread. Mm-hmm. But he also knew that he couldn't shortchange me because I already had a club at that time. I was making good money at the clubs. So I'm like, yo, we need to work this out. So he says to me, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you a bonus structure that's going to blow your mind. If you can achieve number one, 18 to 34, there's a bonus. If you can achieve number one, 25, 54, there's a bonus. If you can achieve number one, 6+, 18 to 34, and 25, 54, I'll give you $100,000.
Wow.
At that time.
Ready?
Go ahead.
First book, number one across the board. This motherfucker came in, he was like, he came in and he was like, holy shit. I never, ever thought that this would happen.
So wait, you got all those demographics?
All the demos, number one across the board, afternoon drive.
Wow.
And how long?
3 to 6 months. I think it was the first book or the second book.
God damn.
Yeah.
That shit is
And the crazy
nuts.
part, the first 3 months of me doing that show, I would record all my breaks to make sure they were perfect. I wouldn't do anything live for the first 3 months.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then I just had to I'm like, okay, I got to get out of this fucking recording, the break thing. And then I just got more comfortable. Practice makes perfect type deal. And then my personality came out. And that's what did it. And it was just lads fucking around on the radio and playing, great music. And at that time, it was really just fun.
Yeah.
So...
But he gave up the check, though, yeah?
Oh, yeah. And then I told him, I said, listen, thank you. First of all, I'm flattered. I never thought that would be possible either. but if you're writing this check, imagine what you're getting on the back end.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, you're too smart for your own good.
Jesus Christ.
He says, that's why you are who you are.
What'd you do with that first check?
I bought a crib.
Smart.
I bought a crib. I blew some money too. I ain't gonna lie.
Strip club?
You got to do that.
Yeah, I mean, you got to
Celebration.
Yeah, definitely.
Dude, we didn't even need to go to the strip club. We had the strip club at the club.
Oh, shit.
So imagine. But yeah, just bought a crib and started putting a little away here, a little away there. You never know what happens, and it's been a long run, man.
That's good.
It's great, man.
It's a great to plant seeds that early. You know what I mean? Like in businesses or investments or in house and stuff, and like in property and stuff like that in your early 20s. Mm-hmm. It's great because 20 years later, so 25, 28 years later, you're like, yo, this shit was.
Yeah, but you got to take the ups and the downs. So that's what a lot of people don't get. Just because you had to come up on one, then you lost your ass on another one. Right. That happened to me as well. I remember, what year was it? I had a house in Plantation Acres on an acre and a half, beautiful crib. I paid $990 for it, almost $1 million.
Yeah.
And I ended up taking a bath when I sold it. I sold it for $7 and change.
Wow.
So you win some, you lose some, but that's life.
Yeah.
It's about going like this, dusting yourself off, and
was that after?
Go for the next one.
Was that around after 2008 when everything dropped? Kind of.
Yeah. I mean, it was a little later than that.
Yeah.
But it was just honestly, it was just too much negative shit happened to me in a period of time, and I felt that I needed. I'm gonna start fresh.
Start over.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I have no hair to shave like fucking Britney, so.
Yeah, because in that first album, the hairline was intact.
Buddy, Super Mario.
Yeah.
And the crazy part to this day, by the way, I shave twice a day. I have a full head of hair. People don't believe me. I swear to God, I have a full head of hair. If I shave at 5 o'clock in the morning, I have to shave again at 5 p.m.
Wow. Really?
I swear to
5
God, I'm like a
o'clock shadow.
fucking handicapped chia pet. Chia. I swear to God.
Handicap GOP.
just add water. It just, I got tired. I used to do a bald fade, and I used to see how much money I'm paying the barber.
Yeah.
Yo, to keep that shit looking right,
Yeah.
it was like $25 every time, and I'd have to go see him 3 times a week. I'm like, yo, fuck this.
Oh wow.
So I went and bought a Bic razor one day, and I'm like, all right, here we go. Never looked back. It's been years.
Well, you look good though.
You know what? 48, not bad. I like the bald comment from the bald. Yeah.
Now I feel like it's like the Baldies against.
You don't know this guy's been like thinking about hairline implants for a minute.
I've been thinking about it.
He's had the Deion Sanders hair inflammation.
Me and you too.
I know.
But we got the same look. We got the same look for beard.
Why you got to think of the?
I mean, it's the option now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking about it.
It doesn't look right though.
I don't know if it's for me. I'll be real.
What you think, Laz?
I mean, you look like a Miami guy right now.
I like that.
You got the beard, you got the bald. That's what everybody looks like out here, by the way. Everybody. The hair thing, I mean, like I said, for me, cool. I'm done. I got the beard. One thing, and I got to thank my barber, Hugo Juice from Heads Up.
Yeah.
Because I used to have a thin
The
beard,
chin
like
strap.
the chin strap, and he would tell me, dog, let that shit grow. Let it fucking grow. This thing looks fucked up on you. And I'm like, no, I'm fine. And then one day I said, you know what? I didn't shave for like a week, and I went to go see him, and he lined it up, and it was thicker, and I go, oh shit, I kind of like that.
The thin shit is like,
It was back in the day.
You got to keep going though, like to get it like shaped up. To keep
I had to go 3 times before it was perfect. Then once it was perfect, then I started getting the white hairs. I'm like, oh no, hell no, I'm the spokesperson for Just for Men. Come on, Beijing this bitch up. All day.
So you Beijing.
Hell yeah. I got no shame in my game. Beijing. Hey, by the way, if anybody from Beijing is watching, I don't mean over there. I'm just telling you. Okay, I'm just telling you. I am your man. I'm your spokesperson. I can hook this shit up. Pragada.
He said Beijing, not over there. Like, not the country.
Yo, how was it, going back to what you said, how was it being married so young, like being in this industry?
Oh, my ex-wife doesn't watch this shit. No, dude, listen, I fell in love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fell in love. Everything was great. But the more my career advanced, the more problems I had at home. And that's real talk.
Because you weren't home.
Well, I wasn't home. I'm
having fun.
I'm out at the clubs. All these girls around me.
Yeah.
No, it was insane. And I remember, I got a story for this one's ain't none of y'all gonna believe this shit, but it's real. My ex-wife, okay? At the time, she was my wife. She's at the club with me. It was called Roxy's. It was on Fort Lauderdale. Okay. This girl comes up, good-looking girl, comes up and asks me for a song. And she's like, and I knew her for high and by. Hey, Laz, hey, Bobby, can you play? Da, 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 da. Yeah, no problem. I'm a cool. So, bye. She walks away. My wife. Who the fuck was that? I have no fucking clue what her name is, but I've seen her in the club before. Did you fuck her? I'm like, okay, listen. I ain't trying to do this shit while I'm at work. So I'm telling you to fucking settle down. So I'm telling you, settle down. Settle down because this ain't going to end up pretty for you. And she goes, yeah, why? I go, because you're not going to be able to come back to the club. She goes, I'm your fucking wife. I go, okay. You got it. Go have fun with your friends. I played. After, I would have a staff meeting with everybody. She went home. I told everybody, yo, next week, my wife is banned from the club. She can't come to the club. They go, what? I go, does anybody have a problem with that? Because anybody who has a problem with that can leave now. They're like, Laz, man, what happens when you go home and make up with her? I said, shh, that's my problem. She can't come back in the club. Next week comes around, buddy. All the guys have the earpiece, all the security guards. Security guard comes up to me and goes, your wife's walking up, she just parked. I go, well, you know what you got to tell her. He goes, Laz, like for real, dog? I'm like, My man, I already told you what the deal is. She caused a whole shit show last week. I told her no more. She walks to the front door, goes to open up the little, what's that shit called, the barricade thing with the, like the movies?
The velvet rope.
The velvet rope. She goes.
She let herself in.
She tried. She tried, and she had 3 homegirls with her. Security grabs her hand and says, listen, honey, I'm sorry, I have bad news for you. You're not allowed in the club. She goes, what? It's not us. I'm just telling you, you're not allowed in the club. Whole shit show outside. Her friends are like, yo, fuck that motherfucker. Fuck that shit. Talking mad shit. So the guy comes back in. He goes, yo, starting the whole shit show outside. I go get the cop. Go get the cop and tell her, walk her to her car and tell her she's got to leave or she's going to jail. Buddy.
Yeah, man.
Buddy, listen to me. This motherfucker goes, are you serious? I said, go tell the cop to tell her that they're going to trespass her if she doesn't leave. Oh, buddy. I didn't go home for like 2 weeks. Straight up. Straight up. But I told her, I said, one thing I don't put up with is some bullshit. Shit show. I loved her to death. But don't bring that shit around. That negativity and that bitching for no reason. I did nothing wrong. Not saying I'm an angel, but I did nothing wrong that day.
That's a red flag though, when like your shorty or your girlfriend doesn't realize, like while you're working, that's work, and it's like it's not. It's not.
Listen, it takes a special girl to be with a DJ for real.
Yeah.
Like if you're a jealous girl, any jealous girls watching right now, do not date a DJ. Don't, because all you're gonna do, you're gonna cause yourself grief, and you're gonna cause problems for your guy at work.
Yeah.
Last thing that somebody needs is that.
It's the worst energy you can have is a jealous girlfriend in your ear while you're DJing.
Oh
That's
no,
the
bro!
worst.
Because you're there to do a job. You're there to be happy and rock shit and get the crowd going and everything. No.
Save that shit for when you get home.
Yeah, no, and then if that happens, then I'm dipping and I'm not gonna hear it at all.
When you think about it now, do you regret banning her?
Not at all. It was the best thing I could have done.
Wow.
It was the best thing I could have done. I mean, we divorced shortly after, but
Gee, I wonder why.
but we have a good relationship to this day because I have a daughter who's 33 now.
Really?
Wow.
I raised her since she was 2. My motto is this: any man with a dick can make a baby. It takes a real man to raise one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when my daughter was yay big, and it was her daughter, it was a package deal.
Yeah,
it was
combo.
She had a girl and a boy, and her, and I took the whole package. So there's something to be said for that because not every guy will do that. No. Not every guy will do that at all.
Yeah.
And to this day, my daughter's my daughter.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Me and the boy had our differences, and I wish him nothing but the best, but we don't talk the way me and my daughter do.
Yeah.
But it's it's insane. It's like what that's saying. Girls are daddy's little girls, and boys are mama's boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same.
Pretty
Yeah,
much
yeah.
accurate.
So, you're remarried now, or what?
Yes. Look at me. I was quick. Huh? I'm not banning her from the club. No, listen. I just celebrated my 20-year wedding anniversary.
Oh, wow.
On November the 2nd.
Wow.
Congratulations, man.
20 years. Yes, sir.
Commendable.
That's crazy.
Listen. Honestly, I would have never got married again.
Yeah.
It's the second time?
Second time.
Great.
I'd have never got married again. And another thing, and this is real talk. I guess when I first started dating my first wife, I was like, oh shit, she's beautiful. Got kids already. Because one of the biggest concerns in my mind was kids coming out with fucked up legs.
I was gonna ask
Real
you.
talk. No, by the way, I'm an
I was
open
gonna
book. You can
you
ask
about
me
that.
whatever you
Yeah.
want.
I wanted to ask you about that earlier when I didn't know you had a daughter previously, but when your son was being born, or when
Buddy.
on the delivery day, if you were like,
Forget the delivery
having-
day.
yeah.
Every damn ultrasound.
For 9 months. When you find out.
Every day every time we went to an ultrasound, I'd be like, he's like, oh, everything's good. So what do the legs look like?
wow,
Yeah.
Are the legs good? Got a big dick? All right, it's mine. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, that was a big concern of mine, was having kids and having them come out fucked up, scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And thank God, thank you, Lord, I have 2 beautiful, healthy kids. I got no complaints.
I always think like I I've been through. I'm sure all of us we've been through accidents and incidents in our life, and then do you get a different perspective on your earlier years when you were going through the surgeries and you were doing that? When you had the kids, did it kind of bring back some subconscious memories or anything like that, or nothing?
It scared the shit out of me, number one. But number two, it's all about the journey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Things happen in life that prepare you for the next thing. Mm-hmm. So when I married the woman that had 2 kids, it was great. We lasted 7 years. I have no regrets. None at all. We're friends today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that I got to attribute to my wife and her talk. So both of us have grown and come a long way. But dude, I remember the day when my son was born, when he came out and the doctor's holding him up and like, oh shit, it's real. Yeah. And you cut the umbilical cord and you're like, wow. I mean, that's a life-changing moment.
And then when your kid, like when you walked for the first time.
Oh yeah, no. It's like, he's walking straight. Woo. Nah, it was good. Listen, what I have is a very rare disease. I can't even repeat it in English, but in Spanish it's atugripotec multiplex.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is that real?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 1 out of every 30 million people.
Really?
Dude,
so it's not like hereditary or like a genetic thing?
They think that it was a virus that my mom caught while she was pregnant.
I see. I was thinking maybe it was because she gave birth at such an...
And by the way, and I'm sure an older age, 37, especially back then. Now you got women 62. Look, my baby. Mama. Sucking titties down here. You know what I'm saying? But back then, 37 was old.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it was scary as shit. And I remember when my daughter was born. Dude, my wife and I were on our way to Vegas. I had a gig in Vegas. We're on our way to Vegas. I just got off the radio. I get home, and I'm calling them. Hey, the car service is going to be there at this time. We got to go. I'm going to walk in the house, grab the bags, and we're out. Okay, no problem. Cool. Get home, and I go, you everything packed? She goes, yeah, everything's in the room. I'm like, fuck. Why wouldn't this bitch have it here at the door? Whatever, let me go to the room. I go to the room, and as soon as I open the room, door to the room, I see a onesie on the bed.
Yeah.
And it said, can't wait to meet you, Daddy. Oh. It was one of those bittersweet moments for me. I was like, I looked at her and I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, we're pregnant. I'm like, fuck.
Right before Vegas.
Right before Vegas. My mind is, woo, party! Woo, boop, 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 boop. Yeah, no, none of that. It was like, hey, honey, you okay? You want some water?
Want some water?
Like, I want a shot.
Yeah, it was crazy, but it was a blessing beyond belief. My daughter's name is Naya Bimini. Bimini is the first Bahamian island away from here, which I spend a lot of time at. It's like my second home. And nobody believed that I named my daughter Naya Bimini, not even the Bahamians, until they see her passport and they go, oh shit, Laz, you named her Bimini. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, I told you. Wow. Yeah, but it's different when they see it on the passport. They're like, wow, you really did it. The only problem is now she swears she owns the island. Problem. She's like, Dad, when are we going back to my island? Settle down, Kardashian.
Settle down, Kardashian.
What do you spin out there nowadays?
Oh, dude, open format.
I mean, where?
Oh, at the Hilton. Resorts World Bimini at the Hilton, which, by the way, I'm going to put this out there, too. I want to do a DJ City retreat for DJs from all around the country to come and spend a weekend in the Bahamas. It's absolutely gorgeous, and then we can do the next podcast from the Bahamas.
Dope. Yeah.
Sounds like a deal.
Sounds like a plan, man.
Okay, and we take my boat over.
Who's paying for it? DJ City?
Yeah.
Well, I know some people who know some people who slept with some people that can get it paid for.
Sounds good.
Phenom, you heard that? Okay.
Globalization sponsorship.
Hey.
Pitbull's going to be the performer.
No, he won't perform, but he might sponsor.
Come and hang out.
Hang out.
What was the most popping time for the Bahamas? I know it's still popping now. I recently did a gig there.
Where did you play?
I did
Nassau?
Yeah.
Did you do Bond or did you do Bond is at the new
I think it was Bond.
Bahamar?
Yeah.
Or did you do Atlantis?
I think it was Bond.
Bond.
Yeah.
Dope club.
Dope club.
Dope.
Actually,
Lenny Kravitz designed that club.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually, a shout to DJ Polar. He was the resident over there, and he was a great DJ. He's actually one of the best DJs I heard last year when I was over there.
Yeah.
There's another guy, by the way, if you guys ever go over to DJ Ignite. Dope. Dope DJ from the Bahamas.
It's such a great.
It's hard to impress DJs, though.
Yeah,
it really is.
So good though.
Yeah, I heard that.
No, it is. We go in already with them.
Judging motherfuckers.
What? For sure.
Yeah.
And then we hear one thing, but it's nice when you go to a place and as a DJ, first of all, I ain't working tonight. I'm chilling. And then you go to a club and you hear the DJ playing and the motherfuckers rocking and you're like, okay, I like this motherfucker.
I love going into being on the road, going into a club, hearing the resident DJ and having that resident DJ really dictate the sound of the room and the city.
Sure, because they know it.
To the point where I'm like, wow, like this is great. Like I haven't heard these records being played and you really, it's like I could say like, wow, that's a Chicago sound.
Right.
That's a Bahamas sound.
Right,
That's a Miami. Like when I've come to Miami, there's so many dope DJs. So much Latin music. There's so much reggae. It's a little more open. Yeah.
We're a melting pot.
Yeah.
We're a melting pot of cultures and people. That's the beauty of Miami. And that's why such like open format shit works here big time, because you have a plethora of different people. So you can weave in and out of shit and rock it and be like, okay.
Miami's also one of the spots when I remember coming down here to spin, they were the most embracive of like dirty South hip hop. Because I remember at the time, even New York was like, nah, we're not really.
Oh, no, I love you New Yorkers, but you guys are standoffish.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't lie. Until you get here and there's a girl shaking ass in your face, then you love Miami.
Yeah. But it was like, I remember when I came here, it was like aggressive, like Little John, like dirty South music. And then it was hard tribal house, like very, and I was like, whoa, like this is, and it was just popping and the energy was crazy. And I was like, wow, they're like really.
Yeah, no, Miami has a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And they'll let you know when they love you and they'll let you know when they hate you too, though. They definitely do both.
It's like Little John, I mean, the dirty South creeping over here. It's just because you guys are a part of the South, right?
But you realize what Little John's movement was.
Yeah.
The whole crunk sound is slowed down booty music. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Listen to a crunk song. Booty records here, 130, 135. I mean, my Esa Morena record, 162.
Shit.
Yeah. Crazy.
Double time that bitch.
Double time that bitch.
Borderline
You can-
soca, yeah.
And, bro, it was somebody asked me a long time ago, said, Les, did you think that, Esa Morena, which, by the way, pull that one up because I want people to hear it. Esa Morena was going to be such a big record. It's timeless. I said, dude, I knew I made a hit. I had no idea I made a classic.
Yeah.
And that's exactly when I see kids that are young listening and jamming to this. Another one done on the SP1200, by the way, just so you know. But yeah, shout out to Ringo and Daddy CeeLo.
Yo, I'm hearing that bass. I can imagine that in the club.
Oh,
That's your
James.
rapping?
No, that's I'm on the last verse. That's my buddy. Back then he called himself Trick Dog. His name is Ringo. Dope singer, writer. We did the hook and the beat and everything in my first house in Hollywood in a shed that I converted into
Hollywood, Florida?
Yeah. That I made into a makeshift studio. Put a 1200 and two speakers and a microphone, and that's how we did that song.
Is that a Honda Civic in the front, or what is that?
Might be. Let me see.
It's a bright red car.
No, that was a red 850 BMW. I was one of the first to have that. You know, it's funny. I got a great story
Man said Honda Civic.
about that.
Sorry, the back looks Honda Civic.
Red 850
like that.
Beamer. Ross. If you ever interview Ross, talk to Ross, ask him to tell you the story.
Rick Ross.
Rick Ross. Ross used to come to my club Zippers before he was Rick Ross. And he said this story on the air. Ross said, man, I'm sitting there in line at Zippers line all the way down the block, And I would see Laz pull up in his red 850 BMW and be like, damn, that motherfucker got it made.
Wow.
Damn, man, look at Laz. Damn, damn. And me and Ross actually did a song together too on Category 6 called Rich Bitch.
Rich Bitch. It's a good one.
That was your last album, right?
Category 6 was the last one. We're getting ready, got some surprises. Got back in the studio and got something coming out. I'm not gonna let the cat out of the bag, but it's very Miami.
Yeah.
Very, very, very Miami.
What's your biggest song? Was it the Pitbull?
Move, Shake, Drop nationally was probably the biggest record, but as far as regionally and the record that people know me for the most, booty wise was Esa Morena for sure. But this one was a big record.
I'm back. Diaz brothers, let's go. I want to see you move, shake, now drop. What your mama said.
I remember when I played this for Flo. Shout out to the Diaz brothers who produced the track. I played it for Flo, and I'm like, yo, Flo, man, I need you to jump on there, drop a verse for me real quick. He's like, yeah, Laz, no problem, cool. And boom, did the record, and all of a sudden we're moving 60,000 units a week. And he's like, yo, this fucking record. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I knew a record was good, but
Damn.
it just
that was a big record in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of one of those records. See, like not all my music you can play in places like Vegas. And Move, Shake, Drop was 128 BPM mixed in with everything that was going on at the time, and people came up with their own dance to it.
Yeah.
So it was cool as shit. One of my favorite songs that I did though, there's two of them that I want to play. One of them is called "She Can Get It." Okay, remember Mims? This is why I'm hot. Mims and Blackout produced the track.
DJ Laz, Category 6, killing them with this album.
Hell yeah, she can get it. She can get it. She can get it.
When did this come out?
That's on Category 6.
It's an album.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, baby, we talking about you.
I got my eye on the wall.
And it was one of those things that every time, a girl would walk up, they're like, yo, she can get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you said that to your boys before.
I still say that shit.
Like, yo, she can get it. Damn. And I was like, yo, we got to make a record called She Can Get It. And then there's another song.
Wait, when did that come? When did that come
July
out?
2008.
You better play it in your set while you're spinning in Miami this week. Block Party, okay, is on that album as well. A lot of records came off that album. Now, Block Party is crazy because it is about 142 BPM. It is a total Latin Caribbean sound, okay? And this has become an anthem all around the world. They sent me a video from Asia yesterday. Zumba doing this song in Asia. Fucking bananas.
Wow.
That's the beauty of music. Now I'm going to translate because it's going to fuck you up. Okay, so back in the day, there was a chant, which is what I redid there, okay? Si tú pasa por mi casa y tú ves a mi mujer, if you pass by my house and you see my woman, tú le dices que estoy en Hialeah. You tell her I'm in Hialeah working in a factory because of Fidel Castro. Basically, is the chant.
Yeah.
Is the chant. And dude, it caught on craziness. I was in the Dominican Republic when we did that song. Okay? They didn't record it there when the idea came up. We were at the beach, probably 200, 300 people on the beach, DR. And I'm like, shit, I need music. I need some music. So I get my boy Big Will. I go, yo, give him a water money. I said, yo, go buy me a radio. 20 minutes go by. I don't see no fucking Big Will. I'm like, what the hell's going on? All of a sudden, I look down the beach and I see Will walking with 8 dudes with buckets. And I'm like, dude, I give you a fucking wad of money. You come back with 8 dudes with buckets? He goes, listen, motherfucker, we're on a beach. Ain't no goddamn radios. They ain't selling shit. Nothing. This is the best I could do. Deal with it. Best thing he could have done. Those boys started playing on the buckets. I had me a beach block party within 2 minutes.
Wow.
Within 2 minutes. And that's where
like kind of the buckets that like motherfuckers used to play in the subways.
Like, yeah, exactly. In New York,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Where you go and you see these motherfuckers and they talented as all hell. Well, imagine 8 of them, and they were dope. So they're playing this rhythm, and it's that tempo, the speed, and I'm like, oh shit. Yo, this shit sounds good. And then and then my other buddy Ray was like, every time he'd see a girl dancing, he's like, oh my God. Oh my God. And I'm like, oh, putting that in the record.
Yeah.
Putting that in the record. And then there was, the girls are dancing. I'm like, I no te lo quita. I bet you won't take it off. Bink, gone. I go, oh, that's in the record too. And that's the way the song came about. Wow. Literally, it was fucking around, came home, recorded it, and it's become a worldwide smash.
Damn.
That's the beauty of music, though.
Are you're still getting publishing from all that shit? That's crazy.
Yeah, publishing and Move Shake Drop did amazing for me in the movie world.
I'm about to ask you that.
Yeah,
I've heard a lot of movies.
Fast and Furious?
No, it wasn't Fast and Furious. It was I'm trying to remember the name on the check. Google it, please.
It sounds like something that would be in.
It was a dance movie. Yeah. It was a dance movie.
Oh, like Step Up.
It was Step. I think it was Step Up. Was one of them.
Yeah.
Stomp the Yard, some shit, whatever the fuck, right?
I don't know about Stomp the Yard.
No, it was a Step Up movie, like the battle movie, where they battled each other. That was one of them. Then out of the blue, they hit me with another request, a license request for another movie. I was like, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then you go and you hear your shit in the movie. You're like, oh, shit.
What did it license for, if you don't mind me asking? Like
worldwide.
Wow. How much was
10 grand.
10 grand.
Was it
10 grand up front.
Easy A?
Easy A.
That shit was a big movie, bro.
It was an Easy A as well. It was probably in about 3 or 4 different movies. And it was one of those that it was, cool as shit. Like, okay. That's, like I said, the beauty of music is it's timeless. A song that was old, somebody either flips it, redoes it, or a big company needs that song and they license that song and it's brand new again.
So the Diaz brothers produced that?
Yeah.
But it was kind of like a sample of Satisfaction, right?
At the first one we had, the original, had Satisfaction in it, Benny Benassi.
Benny Benassi, yeah.
Right. Yeah. But
it was actually, you sampled the break, was it? No.
Exactly. But then
The remix, right?
Well, here's what happened. The people from Benny Benassi came back and said, well, we want 100% of the publishing.
Ooh, really?
It's like, no, dude, that ain't flying like that. They were like, then you can't use it. Okay, no problem. So we just replayed something. Record was still huge. That was the original, man. And I was willing to pay. But that's just abuse.
Yeah.
When you want 100% of something, come on.
That's insane.
This is right here.
That was it. That was the sample. Yeah. Pit, we're gonna kill him with this one, dog.
What was it?
Pitbull, DJ Laz, Flow Rider. I wanna see you move, shake, now drop. What your mama said, move, shake, now drop. What your daddy said, move, shake, now drop. What your sister said, move, shake, now drop.
You got an exclusive. What up, man? Yeah, that shit was great.
I'm gonna need some drops when we. I need some last drops.
I was just thinking that.
I was like, damn, I need some new drops.
Whatever, dog.
Throw DJ Crooked in that chant, whatever you just did right there.
I'm gonna make that happen. I'm gonna make that happen.
So wait, you would have given, what would you have given them? 50, 30%?
25, maybe.
I was offering 25. I would have went as high as 30.
Nice quarter.
That was more than reasonable.
I would have went as high as 30.
And then they got nothing.
They got nothing.
Wow. Because you
But
just redid it.
that ready? That just shows you don't be fucking greedy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't be fucking greedy. Because, yes, I loved it the way it sounded. Loved the way it sounded with Satisfaction. But when they came back and they were like, no, we want 100, and we went into the studio and flipped it and made our own, and it didn't cost anything and the record still performed, yeah, okay. Yeah. Winning.
Yeah.
You know who did that to me too? It was my second song, Journey into Bass. Okay. The way Journey into Bass came up was I was traveling all the time. And before you play, because you're going to need to hear the intro. So Journey into Bass is basically, we all fly and go to different places. And you see the stewardess telling you, fasten your seatbelts, da 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 da. So I was on a flight to Texas, and my sister is actually the one at the beginning doing the VO, the voiceover, and she's in the video. And I had a sample from Journey, the rock group Journey, Separate Ways was the actual sample. And they hit me up and they said, no. Flat out, not no money, no, they just said no. I was mastering the album the next day. So I'm like, shit, now what do we do? And it was one of those things that we just went in, replayed something as similar as we could without, infringing. And but the record, talk about bass, drop this one for a second, turn it up, listen to this.
Passengers, and welcome aboard Flight 808.
This is your sister?
Destination, Baseland.
Flight 808.
Your pilot
See
today
what you
will
did
be
there.
DJ Laz, and our approximate flight time is 4 minutes and 7 seconds.
That was the length of the song.
We will be flying at an amplitude of 20,000 decibels, and ask that your safety belts...
No, you gotta listen to the whole thing so you can hear it drop.
Your seat backs and tray tables securely
What year was this?
in an upright position.
90.
In the unlikely event that the 18s in your seat blow,
It says January
overhead
98.
compartment will
Was it really?
and is
Yeah, 98.
Shit.
for
No,
94.
no, I was about to say 93, 94. I'm like, it definitely wasn't 98.
and enjoy
But watch, turn it up.
your journey into bass.
Wow.
And the drop on it, everybody was using this song for car competitions, for any of those shows with the big bass. It was a huge record for me. But another one that happened, that go to one named Red Alert. Okay, Red Alert was a 3 o'clock in the morning. Fuck, I need to get a record because I got to master the album, and Santana had denied Oye Como Va.
Damn.
They wouldn't do it. So Red Alert was born 3 o'clock in the morning, banged up out of my mind, on the SP1200 at the crib, headphones on because everybody was sleeping. And I came up with this, and it became a huge song in Texas for me. Huge. Instrumental, by the way. Just different played things and samples.
So when you redo the sample, you just change a couple notes, or what is it?
Change it up on that for
Or
it.
you go an octave, you go down an octave?
No, I get as close as I can without.
And it doesn't get hit with like an interpolation, you know what I mean? You've seen that though, right?
I've seen it before. They tried on one of them.
They did.
But there was no merit to it.
Because Dr. Dre redoes all the production for a lot of the samples that he does, right?
Right.
Is it because the interpolation is cheaper than an actual sample of the record?
I heard if you use, and again, I haven't been in the studio doing samples in a very long time, but if you use the actual sound recording of something, then you 100% a sample, and you have to pay for it at the full rate. But if you do a mechanical license on something, it's a lot less expensive than if you take the actual sound recording. If you replay something, it's just a mechanical
like you
a mechanical
recreated
license.
almost.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Whereas the other one, they have the right to take 100% of the publishing.
if you do it without asking them, they can come get it. For sure. For sure. But, dude, it's fun. By the way, I'm having a great time on this podcast because we're just sitting here shooting the shit. I forgot there's cameras and all that stuff for the sweat. God damn.
Yeah.
But it's just fun linking up with other DJs and shooting the shit and talking music and culture and, what we do.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. People don't see this side.
No.
You know what I'm saying? They just see us in the booth doing our thing. But I guarantee you a lot of people here learned a lot of shit about Laz, including you guys you did not know.
Yeah, definitely.
No, thank you.
I've always heard of your name, but I've never met you, obviously. And then we came up in different circles and different whatever. But yeah, I mean, it was, hearing your story and just seeing some of the stuff that we looked up, with what you went through in your childhood.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And it's really I wanted to like really hear more about it, and the way you like kind of told us everything, and even the way
we went through the 80s, 90s. 2000s.
Two marriages.
Right.
Crazy, man.
Like banning the ex-wife from the club.
So now y'all cool.
Right, now we're good.
And then his prodigy, his son coming out.
Yeah, no, honestly, that to me, that is absolutely probably one of the proudest moments as a dad. Everybody here have kids or
No. None of us has kids.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Damn, your pull-out game is good. Damn, I guess the crippled shit that I can't get up fast enough.
Crazy.
He step back fast enough.
Man, I tried to move shit. I couldn't do it. It felt so good.
I wanted to know, like, in the coming up in the Luke era, were you working with him at all?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
I did tons of remixes. I produced a couple of tracks for Luke. Luke would call me all the time to do remixes to his stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember I did, remixes to I Want to Rock. I did a Luke mega mix.
You did Gloria Stefan too, right?
I worked in the studio. It's funny with Gloria and Emilio. I mean, basically the godmother and the godfather of Miami, without a doubt. But I know one, Emilio, I love you. But I know one, you're kicking your ass. You're kicking yourself in the ass for.
What's that?
I brought Pitt to Emilio at the beginning.
Oh, really?
At the beginning, I brought Pitt to Emilio.
Wow.
And Emilio turned it down.
Really? Why? What?
It just wasn't his thing.
He wasn't into hip hop.
He didn't understand it.
Dance music stuff.
He didn't understand it, but he also died. I don't think anybody saw the real vision of where, except for Pitt himself. Pitt himself, he's a mastermind.
And he made himself an icon.
Oh,
Nobody else.
buddy,
Like, he dressed up as.
let me break something down. That man right there, not only is he family to me, but he is the epitome of the American dream.
Yeah.
And making shit happen.
Cuban.
Making shit happen, period. Because one thing, he was turned down in a lot of different places. What did they say? He was too white for, there's a saying, I forgot what it was. Too Spanish for the blacks and too white for the Spanish.
Yeah.
Like, yo, fucking really? Mm-hmm. And homie's just dope at what he does. And the talent is beyond belief. Mm-hmm. So, and by the way, I'd put Pitt up today. Everybody says, oh, the suits, and don't get it twisted. The motherfucker's a lyricist. He's nasty with it. But play 305 Anthem, please. Have you ever heard 305 Anthem from Pitt?
I haven't heard it.
Never?
No.
Okay.
Well, he had that one record with what's his name?
Now, this is one turn up. I want you to hear this. I don't even want to interrupt when he starts spitting, just so you can hear. This is with John, but wait till you hear his flow when he starts going. Nasty. This was the song that you play in the club and fights would break out. They would fucking.
Sounds really crunk too.
I believe it.
No, this was a crunk song. Well, wait until you hear when Pitt starts spitting now, and the way he flips it up midway in the verse. One of my favorite tracks ever. There we go.
On the ground, 1 in the head, 16 in the 9, I'm extra, man. The game is mine in due time. It's alright, I'm patient, man. I know how to play my position. I know how to play my part. I know how to play these bitches. I know how to play with their hearts. I've done some dumb things, but for the most, I played it smart. Who cares if you run?
What was that song that Pitbull had? It was like, "Can You Work It"? Do you remember
I know
that?
what you're talking about.
Turn this one up for a second right here. Check it.
That's why I broke for my peoples. Cop back, go to war for my peoples. Break bread with my peoples. Man, I die for my peoples. Everybody knows the truth. That's why they respect everything that I do. Everywhere that I go, every friend, every foe, every bitch, every hoe. Man, I sold it all from the weed to the X.
When did this come out?
2004, August.
2004, yeah. He was always spitting. He was like spitting.
I'm telling you, he just found the method that works and was gonna make him a global superstar.
But I feel like he got typecasted into this like crossover, like let me rhyme over like old dance track musics and remix it for pop music. He kind of got
Pigeonholed.
pigeonholed into that a little bit. Yeah.
There's one thing that he says. if I'm making music, why do I want to make music to stay on the block? I'm making music to get off the block.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's called evolution. You got to evolve into the next thing. Motherfucker's a motivational speaker now, goes on the road with Tony Robbins. I mean, talk about turning your life around and turning a negative into a positive. Buddy, nobody saw this one coming.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
he just became such a huge star. I mean, his songs just went
Fucking
crazy
charge every time.
I remember the first time he started wearing suits was I think it was with Go Girl, that video.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, this is
Oh
crazy.
yeah.
Was that the Pharrell?
Was that the song you talking about?
That with the whistle. They're like,
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh yeah.
and he came out with the
It was
suit.
I party like
Yeah,
a rock star.
Yeah,
Fuck,
yeah.
like, yeah.
That was
he had
what,
the-
I think that was what 2007 or 8.
Young Bow,
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
Miss Trina.
I remember there was a point that whenever he dropped anything, I'm like, yo, we're gonna play this in the club.
Yeah.
For sure.
Star, look like a movie star. Play like an all.
He figured out the formula. And it's funny because there's one thing that I told him years ago, and he stuck with it. And he'll repeat it to people. He calls it KISS. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yep.
And it's the fucking truth.
Wait, what was that?
Keep it simple, stupid.
Okay.
People, the masses are asses. Keep it simple. Give somebody something that they can sing along to after the first time they hear it, you got a hit record. You got a hit record. But don't get it twisted. Homie is nasty as a lyricist, but that wasn't going to get him off the block and make him become a worldwide sensation. So he found that route, and he was in his own lane. Nobody could fuck with him. Think about it.
Yeah.
I love what has happened. Absolutely love. And by the way, the haters are motivation. So that's the best. Just spell the name right. That's what I tell them. People gonna talk shit. It's L-A-Z, motherfucker, not 2 Z's. Then you can't Google me.
Yo, I got a question. In Miami, right? I remember in New York, reggaeton was like popping. It was like I used to do some gigs in like Washington Heights, Dominicans. It was like
Dominicano, Dick.
yeah, it was like crazy. And then I remember I had a gig in Miami, and they actually told me not to play it. Like they were like, "Don't play it. Like don't play reggaeton."
Where did you play?
I don't remember what it was, but I remember at the time, and I spoke with some DJs, and I talked to some promoters and managers or whatever, and they said, like, a lot of people look down on that music, like it's street music. I mean, this was like
Great.
2000s. No, but this was like the 2000s and stuff like that.
It wasn't big. I remember being on a panel and saying this. Listen, one thing that reggaeton has done is it bridged the gap between young and old.
Yep.
It bridged the gap. And I'm not talking about like the slow Bad Bunny stuff, the trap. No, that stayed young. But the records like Gasolina, Lo que pasó, pasó,
Otra noche.
all that bridged the gap between young and old, because that you could play at a young party, or you could play at an old party, or you could play it at an open format party, and everybody got together.
Yep.
But that was
And danced.
that time of like Tego Calderon,
Yeah.
and then
Wisin Yandel,
all of that shit.
Looney.
They would like I couldn't play that shit.
My boy Echo, Echo produced a ton of the reggaeton back in the day. But yeah, it all depends on where you played.
One of the things that brought reggaeton back, and I wanted to know if it was the same time in Miami, was like the Despacito, right? That was like the hugest.
Buddy, Despacito. By the way, Luis Fonsi's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
And he's been, first of all, talented individual. But talk about hitting a lick. Wow. Wow. The record was big on its own. The record was huge across the globe. When Bieber jumped on it,
that was it.
Fucking skyrocketed
was a
that
wrap.
shit.
forget it.
I remember hearing it for the first time, and I was like, and everyone was listening to it in New York, and I was like, damn, this song's popping. Tried to play in Vegas, and it was like,
Well, there's
Wasn't
certain
happening.
right. There's certain places you just can't play certain
And then
songs.
after that remix, it was a rap. It was a fucking rap. Yeah.
Well, and I heard the story from Fonsi. Told me he got a call 3:00 in the morning from his guy saying, "Hey, Bieber's in Colombia. He heard the song. He loves the song, and he wants to do a remix. Is it okay?" What? You even got to call me on this shit, motherfucker? Yes.
Wow.
Gone.
Wow.
Gone. And he held that record for a very long until this Old Town Road.
Yeah, that was the
fucking
number one
song.
record before Old Town Road
Before
came
Old
in.
Town
It
Road.
beat the record.
Yeah.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it was like number one for like 15
16
weeks.
weeks.
16 weeks, yeah.
16 weeks and Old Town Road beat it.
Yep.
Fucking Old Town Road.
Bro.
You think?
But, listen, I saw the reaction to the song. It was huge. It was one of those records that was, fuck, I got to play it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got no choice.
I don't even see it as a Latin record anymore because
Which one?
Despacito, because it crossed over. So
Oh, no, it did. It did. That shit went general market.
Yeah. It's a
pop
you had,
record.
You had people that could not say Despacito. They would be like, oh my God, do you have that Despacito? What? The Despacito record, Justin Bieber.
Yeah, the one that Justin Bieber made. Yeah,
Right, the one that Justin Bieber, they left Fonzie out.
Yeah, man.
It's Justin Bieber's song.
I mean, you know, I get more white people, like old white people requesting
The
that
Bieber
shit.
song where he
like,
speaks
old ass.
Spanish. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
get that.
you know what's funny is Chico on his new album, on the Leave It That album, he has Neo singing in Spanish. Fucking Neo sounds great. Yo, I was blown away. I was like, oh, how's he gonna sound? Fucking amazing.
Neo's on the new Gangstar song on the new Gangstar album, and he sounds great on there, yo. Like
Talent is talent. You know what I'm saying?
he just took a break.
I think he's doing a lot of writing.
Yeah.
Writing and production.
Which, by the way, let's face it, people, that's where the money's at.
Yeah.
That's where the money's at. Unless you can get a big worldwide tour and make all that bread, writers, you get the publishing, you get the writers, forget it.
Did you ever do a beat for Pitbull or anything like that? Did you ever work with him?
Yeah, we've done. You know what? We haven't actually dropped it. We haven't actually dropped it, but we got something in the works now coming out. He actually wanted to redo Red Alert back in the day, and there's a new version of Olla Morena that we're doing as well. But there's some things in the work where we're going to bring back some of the legendary Miami sound, the party song,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
So,
like name some like legendary Miami song, like sound.
dude, I mean, the bass,
All the booty
all the
music.
booty stuff,
Yeah.
but redone, but still keep that vibe, because you play those records today, and it gets people fucking crazy. It gets people going buck wild. So why not bring back that shit? You know what I'm saying? Bring it up to date, put some new this, a new kick, new snares, new this, new that, but make it very Miami, and use a lot of Miami motherfuckers down here. Flo, Trick Daddy, use every Luke.
For some of our like younger listeners, and I've always wanted to ask this to like OG Miami dudes.
Okay.
What are the top 5 Miami-based records in your opinion?
Okay, Mix It Up, Uncle Al. I'm very proud to say Olla Morena from DJ Les. Scrub the Ground from Splack Pack.
I don't even know this.
I don't know.
Scarred from Uncle Luke.
Classic.
I Want to Rock from Uncle Luke. I would say that would round out the top 5.
And I mean, I play I Want to Rock,
Yeah.
but like
Scarred?
I don't play Scarred. No.
Oh,
That was a house party anthem in L.A.
dude,
Sure.
Scarred was great, and there was one where Luke was getting recognized at the VH1 Hip Hop Honors, and you can actually look this up. It was a highlight for me because I was on stage with it was me, it was Pitt, it was Luke, and it was Trick. I was the DJ, and we did it in New York, and Kid Rock introduced us.
Wow.
Dude, I just want to go hang out with Kid Rock. I ain't gonna lie. I just want to go hang out with Kid Rock and go get fucked up and go to a strip club. Motherfucker looks like he's fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Talking about strip clubs, what's the best 5?
BT's on the river. Sorry, did I say that too fast?
Way too fast.
Okay.
What's it
Top
called?
5
Top 5 of all time.
of all time. The Rolex.
Okay, what was that at?
That was in the hood, but it was legendary.
And that's 5 or that's 1?
Well, no, that's one. Well, okay. I would say for me, my personal taste, I'd have to put that at 5.
Okay.
But Tootsie's, which is basically, I call it Costco with Cooch.
I call it the Disneyland of
Tootsie's is still open, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's
Did you ever witness the Can Crusher?
I have witnessed the Can Crusher, but here's the problem that I have with Tootsie's. Tootsie's is so big that if you see a bad one, you won't find a bitch again.
Yeah, it's a big.
You got to put a tracking device on this girl's ass so you can find her again, because the place gets so crazy.
Yeah, it's like Disneyland.
And it's like, yo, where was that girl that was? I saw her like 30 minutes
She's
ago.
gone, buddy.
Yeah, no, you never see her again.
Is Tootsie still good now?
It is good. I like smaller, more intimate places, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Tootsie's is great. And I did a huge party for 305 Day at Tootsie's. We had a blast. But I like more intimate spots. I like BT's on the river.
I was watching an interview with Veronica Vega, and she just brought that spot up.
Yeah.
Said it was crazy.
Veronica's my home girl. Matter of fact, Veronica did Tootsie's with me that night.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was just in Vegas. I'm not sure if it was for a show, but at the
She was
radio
hosting
station.
something. Yeah, I saw that.
And they asked her top 5 strip clubs.
And no, BT's on the river. Listen, my
I never even heard of that.
Yeah, me even.
Well, back in the day, it's on the Miami River, the legendary Miami River. And it was a club called Centro Español. It was old people. They used to have a little boat that would go out on the river and come back. I mean, it was just old as shit. And then tons of clubs tried to work there. Never worked. You got to really be in the strip club game to make shit work. So a buddy of mine by the name of Phil Gorey owns all the BTs. So he bought that spot. And it is a money maker. That would be from Miami, BT's on the river, off the hook. Scarlett's, which Tootsie's, Rick's Cabaret ended up buying Scarlett's, which, my opinion, it was a little too close to Tootsie's. So why would you like compete against yourself? But, you know, hey, they're on the NASDAQ and they're making big money. They know what they're doing. God bless them.
Wow.
So where do we go? We got Tootsie's.
Rolex.
BT.
You did Rolex?
Okay, so I'm going to go. Ready? Number one, BT's on the river for me right now.
Number one.
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two would be Scarlett's. Number three would be Tootsie's, but I would have moved Tootsie's to number one if it was where Tootsie's used to be before it became Costco with Cooch. Because it used to be at a small venue.
Yeah, I went to the one where it's like 2-story, but it's like way far out. I forgot where. I don't know. I don't know if that's the second one or the first one.
No, the first one was a small.
Okay.
When I tell you small, and it was in a shopping plaza, but it was so much fun. So much fun. And then 11 is like when people say, oh my God, I'm going to a strip club, I'm going to 11. It's like when people say, I'm going to Miami, I'm going to South Beach. 11's nice.
For the tourists.
But it's, yeah, a little bougie for my taste.
Is that 5?
That's 4.
That's 4.
Okay, well, I'm about to get another one then. Who's counting? Jesus.
I know.
I kind of wanted to hear that now. Like, I wanted to hear more of the other bass songs. I wanted to hear the top 10. I wanted him to go from top 5 to top 10. Because you were just naming so many bass songs that I haven't heard of. Yeah.
Well, let me go back. I
Finish
started
the strip club.
Okay, strip club. I need one more strip club. Damn. I would just have to go back to BT's on the river. Make it 5.
Is that
5 and
popping?
1.
And 1.
I got a question. What do you like? You've been around the world. You've been around the country, right?
Yeah.
ATL strip clubs and down south Texas strip clubs, Vegas strip clubs.
Yep.
Miami's the best to you?
There's no place like home.
I love to.
Really?
There's no place like home.
What sets apart a Miami strip club?
The ladies.
The ladies.
Listen, I've been to strip clubs all over the world.
Yes, sir.
The women in Miami are drop dead gorgeous. And if you want proof, I know you guys are here for a couple days. I will be more than happy to set something up at BT's on the river just so you guys can go and have a drink. Okay, that was hard to do. So yeah, I mean, yeah, no, it's just it's the Miami. It's the way they move. Ready? But women in other places, with the exception of ATL, I don't think I've ever been to a strip club in the ATL. By the way,
You haven't?
No, I have not.
Get out of here.
I
Really?
have not. I swear. I've played ATL probably 2 or 3 times, and it was one of those in and out, do the club, boom, bounce out. But just Miami's Miami, man. The way they're built like stallions down here.
Yeah.
Well, how do you feel about all the ass operation shit?
Oh no, that's a problem.
It's
That's a
too
problem.
much.
Ladies,
Is this thing on? Ladies, stop injecting your asses when you have chicken legs.
does not look right. It doesn't.
It's a big problem.
It is a huge problem. I don't know if Stevie Wonder started doing plastic fucking surgery and was doing it cheap.
It's kind of fucking up the like when I was in Miami last when I was DJing. I noticed it more and more, and I'm like, why are they doing this? They don't need to do this.
They're going to the wrong people for sure.
Wow.
But asses. What funny part is, asses have always been in Miami. Always. There's always been big ass, small waist, big hips. Always. in Miami. Then Kardashians came out, and anything they do is crazy.
Right.
But then Kim's ass was beautiful at one point. Then she went too far.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, hold up. It was perfect. Leave it alone. Don't go crazy. And here we are. And the biggest problem is when they go to the wrong doctor. Because, by the way, as a man, if it doesn't look fake and it don't feel fake, I'm good with it.
Yeah.
It's for real. I'm good with it. Ladies, if it makes you happy to do something, go do it. Do it. But damn, if people tell you, you should know that it's way too out of proportion. It just does not look right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, no, I'm not for the out of proportion fake booties that look just crazy.
Yeah.
But I am a Cuban man, so I definitely like a girl with a fat ass.
Yeah.
I feel like there was this obsession with like fake tits at one point.
Yeah.
And then now natural tits are in, kind of.
I'm not big on-
I don't know.
Kind of.
I'm
Either
not
that
big on
or they
fake
just got so good at fake tits now.
I'm not big.
Now you don't
facts.
even know.
Yeah, you don't even know. You can't even see.
Real?
But I think we entered this stage of like where the fake tits were, where like that's where we are with the fake ass right
And they
now.
haven't perfected it.
They haven't perfected it.
let's be real about something too. I don't know about anywhere else. I can speak for here. Boobs, white guys love boobs.
Yeah.
White guys love boobs. Hispanic and black men, we're all about the booties.
Yeah, and the thighs.
You know what I'm saying? Wow, you just had a visual over there.
Yeah.
He went like this, and the thighs. He looked up in the air. Like, damn,
I thought about titties.
that was
man.
a moment.
Yeah, and the thighs.
That was a definite moment.
No, the thing is, like, when I'm hanging out with people, like, yo, let's go to strip club. This is the best strip club in LA. And I'm like, LA don't know strip clubs. I've been to Tootsie's, man. You can't tell me that.
Right.
LA starting to try though.
They're shipping girls out of Atlanta to come to LA or whatever.
Shipping.
What
girls.
is
don't,
the-
don't ever say that.
Yeah. FedEx, your booty's here.
That's how we say it in LA.
shipping.
They ship
Importing.
So what is the club?
We're objectifying a little bit too much right now.
Ladies, we love you though. We really do.
It's entertainment. What strip clubs? Crazy Girls is a hot one right now.
Yeah, they're trying. LA, they're trying.
They're trying, but it's
yeah.
not what the like. Bro, come on. Like
I haven't been. I've wanted to go, but it's not that bad, yo.
Dude, I went to Tootsie's when I was 22, and I've never been the same man after that.
I've never been
Never been the same. It's funny because we were in second level, and I was getting a shoulder rub.
Oh, you were getting a massage. Like, okay,
Yeah.
Drake.
And so when Drake said it, I'm like, I know what he's talking about.
I almost spit on the computer.
Yeah, when he said that, I was like, I know what he's saying. I lived that.
And by the way, that is listen, besides the women, they are gorgeous.
Yeah.
Try the lemon pepper chicken wings.
Yeah, the wings too.
The lemon pepper chicken wings and a shoulder rub. You can leave. You're done.
Yeah.
Done. Your night's over.
That's exactly what I had, bro.
Oh,
the
man.
chicken wings is bomb with it.
Is it that good?
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you.
I got a feeling y'all going to the strip club.
That's what every like married dude and dude with a girlfriend says. Like, oh, I went for the lemon pepper wings and a back rub.
Yeah.
By the way, have you met Lemon and Pepper? They do a show together. It's very nice.
Hey, yo, going back to the bass.
Right.
I want to hear 5 more top songs because like I love this. I
Okay.
love hearing these songs that I've never heard.
Okay.
These local joints. Yeah.
All right, so I started with Mix It Up from Uncle Al. I don't remember the order I gave you.
Yeah.
Scarred.
Scarred is on there for sure. It's Your Birthday from Luke is another one.
Oh, yeah, Morena.
Morena.
I want to rock. You said that.
Scrub the Ground from Splack Pack and Shake That Ass from Splack Pack. 2 like massive records. I Want to Rock for sure. How many is that? You counting?
That's 7.
7. Give me that donkey butt and them big old legs. 12 gauge. That's the name of it. You never heard that either?
No.
I'm going to have to
Nah,
get
never
you.
heard that one
I'm
either.
going to have to send a little mix for this podcast that
yeah.
people can download.
Please do that, man.
When I got you.
A Miami 101 starter pack.
That's it. The
Bass.
starter kit. Matter of fact, you know who put that up the other day? Walshy Fire put that up. He put up my Mommy and Negro thing, and he goes Miami Bass 101.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he was there with Anita.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like 2 more.
did I say it's your birthday? I did, right?
You said that one. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm thinking back to my crate now.
Back to the crate days.
Jam Pony Express had some dope dope songs. Jam Pony was playing. You never heard anybody rock the mic where they would take the song be playing right about now. It's about that time, and they would turn the music down to do it. Jam Pony was huge out here, huge. So Jam Pony. Now I need one more. Oh God, where's my crate? I know I'm forgetting a song.
Hoochie Mama?
A lot. Hoochie Mama was good. I mean, the 2 Live stuff.
Anything that 2 Live did was...
Yeah, the 2 Live stuff.
Is
We Want Some
already
Pussy?
top 10.
Huge.
Yeah.
Me So Horny was huge. Shake It. Oh, Shake What Your Mama Gave You from Shake What Your Mama Gave You.
Yeah.
JT Money
Yeah.
did that one. Shit, now we're over 10, but we can just keep it riding. But these were all records that when they were played in a mix, in a row, it would just make the club go crazy.
For sure.
There are always undeniable hits here in Miami. Like, if you play any of those?
For a certain age group, then there's songs that broke out of there. Like Morena was one that broke out that I see kids dancing to.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I heard that shit in my house.
You know, I don't know if kids would be dancing to the other Uncle Al song. There's some hoes in this house. It was a big record as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, age definitely makes a big difference. You grew up in Miami in the 90s. This was your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Did Luke put on Trick Daddy? Was that
Luke put on a lot of people.
it's the first time I remember hearing Trick Daddy was on Scarred?
Yeah, he definitely helped out without a doubt, and same thing with Pitt. He was the first one to really start molding Pitt and introducing him to people. But I mean, Luke is motherfucking Luke.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. This guy went all the way to the Supreme Court.
Oh yeah,
I forgot about that.
You know what I'm saying? All the way to the Supreme Court and won.
Yeah,
and won. So you there's no denying the legacy and the legendariness of what Luke has brought to the hip hop game.
Yeah,
definitely.
Nice.
There's just no denying it.
Yeah.
And was that your favorite time, like as a DJ,
yes.
just that early '90s?
Oh God, yes. That was just crazy fun. Nobody was. There wasn't. Everybody now has an opinion. Everybody now has an opinion, and they say. They just comment on shit, and it's like, oh my God, leave it alone. And everybody in this day and age gets offended over the smallest stuff.
Yeah. Did you ever go to Freaknik?
No, that was in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
No, I never went to Freaknik.
Oh, sure.
I heard it was good.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I heard it was good. I was
hoping you were going to give me a review.
No, but I heard it was dope.
Freaknik was kind of like an Atlanta version of what was going on.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Miami. Yeah.
If they got you guys out there and stuff like that, but
yeah, it was the Atlanta version of what happened in Miami.
Every weekend,
for every day. No, because we'd have some clubs on a Tuesday night that were popping better than a club on a Saturday night.
Damn,
you know what I'm saying? I remember I had Wyclef Jean come to the club as soon as the Fugees album went platinum. Wyclef called me and he said, "Hey, I know you're the boat guy in Miami. I want to throw a yacht party. And I want you and I want Khaled to invite, whoever you want, and let's go and celebrate." And I'm like, "Oh, all right, cool. What kind, how big are the yacht?" He goes, "Lads, that's all you, just go." Okay. So word got around quick, and this is before social media. So we show up to Fort Lauderdale to where the yacht is, and it's a 160-footer, 150-footer, big one. And the guy comes up to me, the captain, because there was tons of people in the parking lot. And he pulls me to the side. He goes, "Hey, let me talk to you for a second." "Hey, what's up?" He goes, "I see a lot of people there. All those people ain't making it on the yacht." He goes, "This is how many people can be on here. Go have fun picking." Like, shit. So I go back and I tell Clef, I go, "Yo, this shit got a little out of hand. People calling me, yo, they're having a yacht party. Yo, they're having a yacht party." And we had to hand pick, which wasn't a bad thing either. But
all the women on this side,
we had
on this side.
We had to hand pick and be like, "Okay, you can come, but you can come back and pick up your friend at 2.
You turn around. Oh, you can come through.
But it was one of those.
Damn.
And it was a great night. Nobody was drinking in glasses. Everybody had their own bottle of Dom, and Grand Marnier. By the way, since that night, I never drink Grand Marnier again.
Really?
Never
tough.
drank it ever again because had a little too much of it, a lot too much of it, and
Like the smell now will get you nauseous.
There's two liquors that'll do that to me.
Yeah.
Grand Marnier is one of them, and Goldschlager. You know what Goldschlager is with the gold flakes in it?
Yeah.
I heard it.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Don't.
Sometimes when I smoke,
I think the taste just came back in my mouth.
There's one right there. There's one right there.
it's like when I smell like Patron or Jaeger, it's like the same thing, man.
Patron Silver does that to me.
Oh, it's horrible.
The Jaeger did
The
it.
Jaeger is like.
Look up. I don't even know if they make Goldschlager anymore.
Yeah.
I think they do.
That was the shit
do.
though back in the days. They had like a.
The gold flakes in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and do that. And then there's another one. Bacardi Limon makes me angry.
Yeah.
I'm normally a happy drunk.
Bacardi Limon. That's so 90s, isn't it?
Fucking 80s.
Show your age on this one.
That's
in the
okay.
days,
I'm
man.
normally a happy drunk.
That's
When
what I used to drink. We used to order Bacardi Limon on the rocks.
Yep.
Yeah. That was the shit. That was the Ciroc.
Back in the day, yes, sir.
when
That
I
was like
growing
one of
up.
the liquors that was in every household back in the days.
Yeah.
Growing up.
Bacardi Limon, right?
Bacardi Limon, yeah.
Especially walking to a Latin bar. Bacardi Limon.
Yeah, Bacardi. Rum was actually popping back then.
Yeah.
Like rum in the 80s was popping.
What do
right?
you what do you drink now?
Black Label, like depending on like usually in the summer I'll do just like Belvedere or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever. Like
I'm a
something
tequila
clear,
guy.
right? Yeah.
What do you like?
Jameson with ginger ale right now.
Okay.
It's my thing. Or I've been really heavy into beers because, Mexican, I mean, just
Órale.
he has that shit down to the T.
Órale. Vatos cojos forever.
No one's gonna catch that.
I got you. Nobody's gonna catch up. You got it. Yeah, the Mexicans
The
that are
Mexicans
tuned in will
will
get that. Cojo means crippled, so vatos cojos forever. Go ahead. How about you?
I'm a tequila guy.
Really? I didn't take you for tequila.
Don
I'm judging.
Julio.
You're Don Julio, Casamigos. Everyone's like
Casamigos.
switching over to Casamigos.
Yeah.
That's why the company got.
Oh, no, we all drink
evaluated.
Don Julio here, though. 1942, just putting that out there. Yeah. Forget.
Good luck on that. It's $65 a shot.
I like Jameson.
Okay.
Vodka, Grey Goose, Black Label.
Okay.
And like you said, in
Well, you don't
1942
discriminate, huh?
I don't. No.
Whiskey for some reason just been better over the years, past 5 years for me.
A lot of people don't like the taste, especially when you do it on the rocks. It's rough.
Yeah. It's a little,
What, whiskey?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's some grown
I like
man
it, but
shit.
it's rough.
Yeah.
It's like grown man shit. Like after a while, it tastes super
Yeah, I
good.
definitely can't drink a fruity drink.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah,
just
definitely,
doesn't
yeah.
taste good. The sugar fucks everything up. It's like, ugh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what is this? What is this?
Yeah, Jameson.
Something to think about when we go to BT's later this week.
Yeah.
One time for BT's on the river. Mike, what up? I'm going to set something up, VIP status.
What's up, Mike?
Mike, our new best
We'll
friend.
see you later tonight.
Shit, man.
Yeah, I hope they have good lemon pepper wings over there. Just saying.
Lemon and pepper do their rounds there, too. So. The only thing they speak is Spanish.
That's
So it's,
okay.
Yo soy limona y pepina.
Pepina.
Wait, isn't pepina like a pickle? I
Yeah,
don't
that's a
Whatever.
Is there anything else we want to touch on? Pause.
Whoa.
Wait.
Hey, ever say that in a room full of guys?
that's our thing.
I had a question for you. I saw on the internet that you was a road manager for Will to Power back in the days.
Dude, I was 14 years old.
Dude, that was crazy.
What
man.
the fuck? Yeah. Really? So let me break that story down.
Yeah.
A guy by the name of Bob Rosenberg, okay, which was the head guy, from Will to Power.
Yeah. Producer.
Producer, artist, he was the whole thing. Him and a girl named Susie Carr. And me and Bob hit it off. My brother used to work with Bob, right? And then one night, I went to go help my brother set up a DJ set.
Yeah.
And we were just supposed to set it up, and Bob was supposed to come and spin. My brother had to go to another event. So when we get there, we leave everything set up cool. We're going to the other event. All of a sudden, my brother gets a call from Bob saying, hey, I'm not going to make it for another hour. My car broke down, some shit like that.
Yeah.
And I need you to play. My brother said, I can't. I got another party to go to. So my brother looks at me and goes, you got to play. I go, what?
And this is like your first gig.
Yeah, one of my first
time.
yeah. And he's like, you got to play. And I'm like, oh, snap. So I'm like, oh shit, okay, you know, whatever. Bob shows up an hour later, and I got the party jamming. Bob sat in the back for 20 minutes before he even let me know he was there.
Yeah.
And he said, he called my brother, and he said to my brother, yo, your little brother Laz has gotten really good. Like, I was impressed. I sat there and let him play for an extra 20 minutes just because on how good he was doing. And my brother's like, yeah, I mean, he sits home and practices all day. You know, he's got fucked up legs, so it is what it is. So, you know, Bob was like, hey, Laz, you know, I want you to start doing some gigs for me, you know, opening up and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, cool. I was probably 13 at that time. And I get a call one day from Bob. And he says, hey, tonight is the biggest moment of your life. I go, what are you talking about? He says, Phil Jones, which used to be at Hot 105 as a mixer, quit, and he went over to Power. But on the spot, quit. No 2-week notice, no nothing, gone. So I'm like, what do you need me to do? Because I need you to play at Strawberries tonight. Strawberries was Luke's club.
Yeah.
And I'm 14. Okay? I'm 14. And Bob said, listen, don't worry. You look older. Fucking, I'll tell him you're 18, whatever. Just go. You got to go and rock it tonight. Nervous like this. Shaking. Guy by the name of Peter Gonzalez. He was the resident DJ at the club. And he says to me, hey, you all right? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I'm good. He said, you sure? You said, look a little nervous. I'm like, nah, I'm good, but I'm a little nervous. He goes, here, you might want to try that. And he hands me a shot.
A shot of what?
I have no fucking idea. At that time, I was 14. I'm like, fuck it. Boom. Take it to the head. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm a little calmer now. This is kind of cool. Now, clearly, mom, dad, nobody knew anything. Comes up right before I go on. It's 10 minutes now before I go on. Live broadcast on Hot 105. And Peter goes, hey, I think you could use one more of these. And I hit one more. Dude, I rocked the club. Rocked the club, where the next day I got a call from the program director, and he said, hey, I heard rave reviews about you. Everybody loved you. You did a great job. The job is yours if you want it. 14.
Shit.
And I go, yeah, you know. I lied on paperwork, fake license. I mean, the whole bit. And no looking back now, I spent right around 3 years at Hot 105.
Wow.
And this will be a good way to wrap this podcast up.
Yeah.
With this story. So I'm the mixer on Hot 105 on the weekends. Power had come on, and they were called they were Power 96 already, because before that they were 96X. So they were already Power 96. And I'm at Hot 105, and they do a perceptual test. I had no idea what a perceptual test was. But a perceptual test basically gives you a look at the lay of the land, and as far as on-air disc jockeys and who's popular and who's not, and and my name would come up on the top of the list. And back then I was Lazaro Mendez. There was no DJ Laz. I did that once I started making records. And the people from Power were like, dude, how the fuck is this guy that doesn't even talk? How is he coming up at the top of the perceptual test? I don't get it. So Hot 105 hires a new program director, right? And I used to do the weekends, mixing. New program director comes in, has a staff meeting. First thing he says is, hey guys, nice to meet you. My name is such and such. I'm the new rules. I'm a winner. I'm not a loser. We're going to take this station over the top, because the weekends were kicking ass. The rest of the station was okay, wasn't great, but the weekends were the shit. No more pre-recorded anything. I want everybody live. Mixers, on air, everybody has to be live. At this point, I'm working for peanuts And the way I make my money is doing my side gigs. You know what I'm saying? I was using the popularity of being on the radio to go and get gigs and, charge more money. Now, that's Lazaro Mendez from.
Yeah, radio was like marketing.
Right, marketing. So, meeting's over, and I walk up to the guy. Hey, nice to meet you, whatever. My name is Lazaro. Da-da. Oh, you're the kid that does the weekends. I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, good. And I said, listen, can I talk to you for a second? And he says, yeah, what's up? And I explained to him in a very nice way that, hey, dude, I have to record my weekend mixes because I do private parties. That's how I make my livelihood. And not for nothing, but you guys don't pay me like that to be able for me to cancel those. He goes, oh, sounds like a problem for you. No recording.
Wow.
Dick. Complete dick. And I'm like, oh my God, now what do I do? I got all these private parties lined up, and I'm like, I can't not do these. And my buddy was the board op. His name was Johnny G. And Johnny says, yo, what are you going to do? I said, dude, I don't have a choice. I have to record. I don't have a choice. I said, I got to go. I cannot show up to these parties. So Murphy's Law has it. What happens? I record. I go to the party. My mom's car, by the way, I drove for 2 years, no license, never got pulled over once. The day I got my license, I got pulled over and got a ticket.
Same, bro.
Okay?
Shit.
Real talk.
Crazy.
So I go and I go to this party. I left the mix recorded from 10 to midnight. I finished my set and I'm on my way back to the station. I'm like, I'm good. Nobody's going to know I wasn't there. Great. Flat tire.
Oh.
Shit. So now I got a flat tire on the side of the road. I'm like, oh my God. So back then, I mean, I think there was cell phones, but it was the one in the box. You had to carry the box, and it had a cable attached to it. It was awful. But my boy's like, dude, where you at? Got a flat tire. I can't make it. What are you talking about? Jeff's calling. I think the guy's name was Jeff. He's like, Jeff is calling, and I told him you were in the bathroom. So he had to come clean and say, yo, Laz had to leave. He couldn't. He's not here live. He called when he heard the same mix that played at 10 was replaying at midnight. So he's like, hey, why is the same mix playing on the radio right now that Laz did at 10? That's how intent this guy was listening. And calls me the next day, says to me, I need you in my office tomorrow at 9 a.m. I'm like, okay, boom. I show up to the office. He says, what did I tell you? But real stern, we're like a super asshole. I told you no recordings, da-da-da-da-da-da. I said, listen, but you didn't listen to me what I was telling you. I'm already contracted to do these things. I don't give a fuck if you want to work here, blah, 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 blah. It's got to be my way or no fucking way. And he's just tripping. Matter of fact, you're suspended for a week, he says to me. I leave the station. I'm thinking, fuck, this is the way it works. I get a call that afternoon from somebody at Power. Says to me, hey, they really want you to come over here. Can you come for a meeting? Now, I went through that shock stage, and now I'm in the angry stage. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, fuck this. Yeah, I'll go. I'll take the meeting. So I show up to Power. I have the meeting with them. They're like, dude, that's when I saw what a perceptual test was. The guy brings it out, and he goes, look at here. This is a perceptual test that we did. Look at your name. It was all the way at the top. And then there were big names that were in the market on air, talent, that were below me. And he said, we got to get you. And then I start telling him what happened. He's like, dude, come over here. We're going to crush that station. Da-da-da-da-da-da. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Let's go. So they used to do a party at a place called Six Flags Atlantis that was right across. It was a water park. Okay, it's right in Hollywood on 95. Coincidentally, right across the street, now it's called Oakwood Plaza from the radio station that I'm at now, which is Hits 97.3. So every morning, my view is Oakwood Plaza, which used to be Six Flags Atlantis. Friday night, I was supposed to be on Hot 105, back from suspension to do my mix. My Friday night mix that started at 8. I never showed. At 8 o'clock, I was live on Power 96 from Six Flags Atlantis with 3,000 people in front of me. And not only was it the biggest thing, but I burned my Hot 105 jacket on stage. Burned it with kerosene and a lighter. Dude, it would have been one of the, in this day and age, that would have been a
viral moment.
Put it all over, everywhere.
That's crazy, yeah.
Place went bananas. As soon as I burnt my jacket, I walked to the DJ booth and I did my mix that I would normally do on Hot 105. I did it live on Power from that location. Never looked back.
Wow. What happened? Did they ever hit you back?
Oh, yeah, no. That guy, Jeff, blowing up my phone. I shut my phone off. And then he called me on Monday. Motherfucker, who do you think you are? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I said, I think I'm the guy that no longer works for you. Go fuck yourself. Boom. And I hung up on him. That was the end. Where's Jeff today? I'm just saying. So sometimes you just gotta stand your ground a little bit.
Yeah.
Homie didn't want to budge. He was just an idiot.
And you were still so young at that time.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yes, sir.
Damn, man.
It's been
honestly, man, we could keep this going for another 3 hours, bro.
No, we got to get the Tootsies or the BTs on the river. We can't do that.
BTs, man.
Well, I do have to say, man, I want to thank all of you.
Appreciate it,
because I've had a blast just sitting here talking and reminiscing and talking about Miami culture and history and all that good stuff. And let's just bring back. I want to just end it with this. Let's just bring back having fun.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because life is too short.
Yeah.
Life is too short. Have fun, help others, and go for it. Don't ever let anybody tell you can't do something. Because they told me that, and not only did I do it, but I did it with a limp and became the most popular DJ in Miami.
It's amazing.
So, Pimp with the limp. I'm out. Drop mic. Boom.
Laz, thank you so much for being here, man.
My pleasure, dude.
And big shout to DJ City for making this all possible.
Phenom!
Shout to Phenom, too. Shout to Quickie, Styles, and all y'all, man.
For sure.
Hey, yo, Laz, man, thank you so much, bro.
Thank you, guys. Been a lot of fun. Been a lot of fun.
And
the next one's in the Bahamas.
Let's do it. Down.
You can watch this video alongside every video we drop on Friday. YouTube.com/R.O.A.D podcast. Please subscribe, like, comment, hit the notification bell to be the first one to watch the video.
All right, we out, man. Peace.
Nice.